Vegeta, what does the scouter say about their subscriber count?
It's 9,010.
Wait, so you mean...
Yes, Nappa. It's over.
It's over?
It's over 8,000!
What Wait, what?
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been meeting with Hoffa in your beach shorts all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me up, man, with that dang shit on my left. Sticks.
The most powerful being in the world is a black man in Oklahoma.
Oh! On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choke people down the threes, boss Carlos.
Listen to this podcast. This is the way.
Oh, man.
In the middle, we got the oldest ninja in the world, Old Ninja.
Straight out of the Lazarus pit. I'm back up in this.
Damn. Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
Prodigy, son of a bitch. I'm in.
Don't do that to yourself. End up in jail or worse.
That was a great episode.
That was fucking perfect.
Oh, man. I watched that like 3 times.
That shit was so good. The heist shit. It made me want to watch Ocean's movies.
Yeah, no shit.
You know? Holy fuck. All right.
Bitch, I'm in.
We back up in there. Who we got as a listener of the week, goddammit?
Listener of the week would be once again my boy Aiden. Thank you very much. And
Without doubt.
second is Stone Diamond. Ooh. I don't know who that is.
You know, that's a JoJo. That's a Joe Star.
Is it really?
It must be a Joe Star.
They're from Germany, so definitely not. They do electronic music. Actually, I'm going to listen to their shit.
Why not?
Are they fellow podcasters?
No.
Looks like musicians.
They're musicians, yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
All right, well,
in their image, it looks like they're like about to start a podcast.
They look very serious.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Shit's about to go down.
Well, they're German, so.
Ask them if Diamond is unbreakable. All right. Old Ninja, do we have anybody that you're digging out of the crates that is a Z-level celebrity?
Z-level.
Wow. If you put it that way, then no.
You know what's gonna happen? So when we die, it's gonna be Old Ninja in 2060 talking about the Z-listers. Prodigy died today. Who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Well, he did a podcast started in 2014 or some shit.
God
Some
damn.
shit.
Not 2014, 2015, 16. I don't fucking know.
I think
Yeah,
it's
who
15.
knows? Who the fuck knows? But you seriously don't have anybody?
No.
All right. We got to start with this Watchmen, man.
Fucking weak.
We got to start. There's so much to get to. This is going to be a
Show's
lit
fucking
ass
killing it. Yeah.
Everybody's current on Watchmen.
Anybody in the chat yet? Oh, Mike, my boy Mike. What's going on?
Thank you
Also
for
known
joining.
as Xtats if you follow him on Twitch.
Xtats. Okay,
yeah.
spell that out. Just
It's
X.
XXTAT. It's in our fucking description like every week.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all see it in the fucking description of the podcast.
Yeah, I want to see what type of games he plays. I've never seen him on Twitch, so.
Yeah, he plays actually a lot of shit.
Okay.
We talk about Borderlands all the time, but he plays mostly on PC, which I don't play that much anymore. Which I probably should get on there just to fucking play with him.
Why not?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we're in the same company in the Marine Corps. Actually, the same fucking platoon in the Marine Corps.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Welcome
We
aboard.
used to party a lot in Riverside. Hold on, let me just little story about the Marine Corps. So, mutual friend of ours, their aunt owned a home in Riverside, and it used to be owned by Walt Disney.
Oh, wow.
shit.
So this house was dope as fuck because it had the backyard was fucking insane. It had like a water slide that was connected to like a sauna, not a sauna, but what do you call them? No, it was kind of like a grotto, but like a hot tub.
Okay.
So the hot tub would overflow into the pool, and the pool you could walk into. There was like no stairs.
Yeah,
you could, walk into it.
They call those runoff, don't they?
Yeah, it was fucking
Something
dope
like
as
that,
shit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And so we would go party at this place in Riverside on Friday nights. So we would drive up from Camp Pendleton to Riverside, party at the house until like the fucking wee hours of the morning, and then we would go be drill instructors for fucked up kids in East LA in the morning. So if you ever watched like Jerry Springer or Dr. Phil, something like that, and you ever watch like those guys that wore like all black camis and yelling at kids and shit scared straight, that's what we did for East LA. It's called the East LA Vita program. And so that would be our thing. We would go get fucked up drunk on Friday night and then yell at kids in the morning. We would like lose our voices almost every fucking week yelling at kids and shit. It was like one of the most fun parts of my life.
That's a large amount of driving too in SoCal, from like San Diego County to Riverside all the way to LA.
Oh yeah. And there were sometimes like we would drive back because we would like do the thing in LA because it was in the morning, and then drive back to Riverside. And there would be times where like we were tired as fuck. I remember one time I was trying to drive back and I almost fell asleep on the fucking road.
Yeah.
I was so fucking
Scary
tired.
shit.
Yeah, because we had to do our Marine shit too. You know. Yeah.
No fucking
Hey,
choice.
is that our homie from high school in the chat, Eric?
Yes, it is. And my boy
Yeah.
Eric, who actually joined the Marine Corps before me. This is like a Marine Corps night.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a tanker. He joined the Marine Corps a year before me because he graduated before me. And I joined after him, and I got another story I could tell, but I won't tell it right now because I just told you a Marine Corps story. So
It's all good.
some other day.
No,
It's a
these are
funny
good.
story how I got revenge on somebody. So
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Statutes of limitations.
yeah,
What
Eric's a good dude.
Yeah, but I don't think that wasn't a military story. That was a high school story.
No, this is definitely a military story.
Are you talking
When
about?
he stole my guide on when I was a fucking guide in the Marine Corps. And
Okay,
got
I
fucking
thought you
yelled
were.
at.
I thought you were talking about what happened at hometown buffet.
No,
You remember that story?
Can we pause the podcast?
Oh, damn, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna hint about it, tell it.
Sorry. All right, so that story was good too, but that wasn't a revenge story. So the revenge story I'm talking about is, I was a fucking super boot in the Marine Corps. Like I was so boot. What boot means a new person in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
I was still in fucking comm school, right? So I graduated boot camp. I did Marine Corps combat training, and then I went to school, like where I learned how to do shit. And I was going to school for, first it was radio operator, and then I went to high frequency radio operator. And when I was an HF guy, the guy that was teaching us, he didn't like me very much. And so I was like the guide-on for a little while. A guide-on is like the guy that holds like the flag. He's like the head sort of dude for like the people that are getting instructed, right?
Okay.
So I was the guide-on. I had the guide. I brought it home. We obviously grew up in the same hometown here in Newark, California. And so I brought the guide on home because I don't want nobody to take it. And so I'm driving back with him in his old red Camaro. Remember, it was like an old red Camaro. So we're driving back, and I left my fucking guide on in his car.
Oh shit!
And he was already a Marine at this. Like I was a Marine too, but I was a fucking boot. He was like stationed at 29 Palms for a while, and so I left it in his car. And so he thought it'd be funny to like let somebody take it, and then like. So I couldn't get my guide on. And I got in so much fucking trouble by this dude that didn't fucking like. I literally almost got into a fight with a fucking staff sergeant, and I was a fucking PFC. I was an E2. That dude was like an E fucking what 6?
So he greatly outranked you.
Yeah,
And
and I almost got a fight, like legit fight with this guy, and I was just like, hey, I can go get it, So eventually I got it, and so what happened was, this is kind of fucked up. He knows the story though. So we went on another trip, back home, and we came back. And there was a policy in the Marine Corps where if somebody wasn't wearing their seatbelt in the car, they would the blame would go on the person that was the highest ranked in the car. I'm a fucking PFC. At the time, I'm pretty sure Eric was, I think he was at least a Lance Corporal. And so what happened was we're going through the gate, and I undid my seatbelt. And so he fucking got in trouble. And like for like a week or two, he had to hold a sign that said "buckle up" in front of the base. So
Damn.
yeah,
Okay.
There's my story with Eric. I hope you remember that shit. It was fucked up.
Good shit.
I was an asshole, but then again, so was he.
Everybody doing pranks. I love it. No, this is good stuff. All right, we got to talk about this goddamn Watchmen. It threw the entire fucking world for a loop on Sunday night. Stitch, you want to set us up? I mean,
man.
This was one of those episodes where everybody's fucking jaw was on the floor at the very end. But take us through at least some of the highlight moments that you greatly appreciate, or anybody jump in.
Fucking elephants never forget, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's going.
guess.
The literal elephant was in the room, and then the elephant was in the room.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Like literally, there's an elephant in the fucking room.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Are you current?
No, he's not
still-
current.
No, it's
yeah.
okay. I'm,
But it's
I'm like
hilarious.
I'm on episode 4 now.
All right, you're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think where it even starts out because there's so many things that the end part mind fucks me in remembering the order of stuff. So
Start with your FBI chick. Old dog.
I got to the FBI chick in her glowing fucking box.
So they
Yeah.
Oh, her glowing
There's
dildo.
there's about to be
Yeah.
some spoilers for your
So
ass.
they,
Danny. Or blue.
from what I remember chronologically, I guess PD is at Looking Glass's house and everything, checking to see what the fuck's going on at his place where he's at because he's sort of off the grid, and the 7th Cavalry member all fucked up and shot up dead and everything. One of them,
Wait, what did you say? PV?
PD.
Wait, you talking about Looking Glass?
Yeah, or Mirror Man is what.
No, the
Mirror guy.
FBI dude. PD.
Her assistant guy?
Oh, the
Yeah.
assistant? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe you think I don't know what I'm talking
No,
about.
I didn't. I was just asking which character you were talking
Yeah,
about.
so he-
I just didn't hear it.
He goes to Looking Glass's house. He sees all the 7th Cavalry members that were on the way to go do a home invasion, all fucked up and dead and shit like that. And he radios it into Silk Spectre. What he sees, she's like, "All right, I'll get back to you in a minute. I got something I'm working on right now." So she's at the house of the police chief,
Don Johnson's
widow.
wife.
Yeah, the police chief's widow and everything. And so she goes inside and has a conversation with her, and pretty much does her smooth talking detective stuff. Pretty much like I kind of know what it is that I need to know. And
She's pretty obvious. She's laying it on heavy, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a chance to talk to me about it, or I'm gonna just slowly start to make you feel stupid. And then she goes full Bond villain, and it's just like.
She's like, "How do you feel about cliches, bitch?"
Yeah, she was not surprised that she was like, "I've been waiting for you all this time," or whatever.
You slow.
Yeah, you hella slow. And then she pulls out this 1982
No, it's like
TV
1960s.
remote
Like,
control with hitting the
I have 4
buttons and
buttons.
stuff, like click, click, click. And
And
I'm
she's
like,
looking at her like,
I was like, what the fuck? Because I was like, it's like the Rick and Morty portal.
Yeah,
gun.
yeah.
At first, that's what I thought it was. She was pointing out. I was like, what the fuck is she going to do? I was like, oh, shit. And she's like, oh, it's broken. I was like, oh, so Spectre, she fucking thought ahead. She figured out some way to disable this ray gun or whatever she's about to get, whatever hit. She smacks the batteries on it and then hits button number 3 and then trap door. She falls through the floor on the couch and everything.
I thought she died.
I didn't know what was going on.
She went to the upside down, but I guess she's okay.
the funny thing was she had so much goddamn time to stand up and knock that bitch out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when somebody's like pressing like obviously remote control at you, you're thinking like, it's this bitch on TV or like what that's what I'd be thinking.
And she confessed to being like part of a conspiracy murderous group, like, you
But
know.
then again, like, listen, if I pull out any kind of remote control and like point it at you, I'm like,
Like what?
I'll be like the same way, but like, what are you trying to fucking do?
Yeah.
You'd be more stupefied by it. You're like, what? Huh?
It was fucking hilarious. So she gets, I guess, knocked
hold
out.
on, sorry.
No, go ahead.
But in the part where like she pressed the button and then like halfway worked, she should have got out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd have been like, wait, something's wrong here. Get the fuck up. Like, then again, she's fucking old. So.
It threw me off because she had that fucking one shot, one kill on the bomber, the
Yes, she
suicide
did.
bomber.
She
She
could
was
shoot.
ready to go.
She's a superhero.
Yeah,
She was.
yeah. She's just slow getting up off the couch. So we fast forward to that. We find Angela. She's at Lady True's magical fucking tropical wonderland.
Her
shit
clock.
like that.
Wonder Clock.
Yeah, she's still going through the dream sequences periodically and trying to, I guess, right herself from ODing on the nostalgia pills.
But Lady True is really involved with like
Yeah.
pumping her full of these drugs that prevent the connection,
Yeah.
the gook from being in her brain and
Yeah, trying
fucking
to
it up.
sort of set her right and everything. She's got this like IV line that leads out of the room.
That's just a fucking rubber hose.
Yeah, I was into that. It's-
That shit was like when you put in your fucking car.
Yeah, it's like a car hose going out of the room to some we don't know where. So
Well,
explains.
they allude to that it's going to Will, right?
Yeah, that's
Thing,
what she
right?
sort of
Will?
thinks
Yeah.
because it makes it seem like, at least as a viewer, that they got to separate her memories from his. So I guess she's
Which doesn't make any sense. But now that I'm thinking about it back, but like what happened was, it actually made sense once you get to that part, like what they're doing, because there's like a thing that must. Well,
Let's see. Yeah.
yeah, we'll see.
yeah. So they have a nice little conversation. Blah 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 blah. She tries to go into the room where the shit is, where the tube is magically going, and she gets interrupted. She starts
She
getting,
breaks into that room because it's
the
locked.
second time she breaks into it. The first time, the Lady True interrupts her.
Yeah.
And shit. And then eventually she gets into the room later on in the episode, and we find it's hooked up to a big ass fucking elephant.
Is the elephant sleeping? Because that's what it looks
Sounds
like.
like it. I mean,
It's in a coma or something.
Lying down on its side, huge ass elephant.
Yeah, which is just like, what the fuck? And I mean, she says, what the fuck? I'm thinking, what the fuck? Everybody watching the episode is like, what the fuck is this? She, I guess, removes the hose from a thing. She sort of passes out for a second and comes through eventually. But even before that, we do find out that Lady True's daughter is getting pumped with her mom's memories, Lady True's mom's memories or whatever, so she can share in her accomplishment for what she's going to do, which is another interesting reveal and another what the fuck kind of.
So it was revealed that her daughter's not her daughter.
Which
it's
I
actually her mother.
That's what I just said, right?
You said it a little
Yeah,
weird, but
okay. I just wanted to make sure because I was like, what?
Yeah, so just to pretty much so she can bask in her accomplishments, et cetera, et cetera. I'm trying to think if I skipped over any of the other side plots before I get to the big. They have eventually they have a nice they have a conversation after she wakes up and sees the I guess the hotline to the Mr. Manhattan phone, which she realizes which you realize is just like being stored in a big ass fucking server or whatever, and you just have a little touch screen access. You can see what people are like praying to.
From all, it's like a globe though.
Yeah, and you can spin it around, kind of like Tony Stark, and punch whatever city that the booth is, and see what people are saying. Lady True comes in, and also I want to go back. It's ironically that Lady True emblem isn't like an elephant-looking thing. If you look at the team,
I didn't catch that.
It sort of looks like an elephant.
Oh wow, okay.
I was like realized after the fact. But they start having a conversation.
You know what?
No, go ahead.
It's because elephants don't fucking forget.
Well, yeah.
That's why later in the episode, the thing with the with the attachment, I'm like, because elephants don't fucking forget.
Yep.
Right. So they have a nice little back and forth monologue or whatever, just like stop lying to me, blah blah blah.
Angela's pissed.
Angela, she's like, what are you doing? Wait, don't give me this bullshit. I'm trying to save the world, blah blah blah. And then Lady True pretty much comes out. She's like, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Just before this, not to jump on this moment, but her husband has tried. Angela's husband has tried to go to the facility and say, "Hey, where's my wife? Where's my wife?" And basically, a holographic image of Mama True or whatever has said, she's safe, she's fine, but you can't come in.
Right.
Go home.
I was there, but like, why the fuck am I talking to a child? Get the fuck out of here.
Right?
Like,
a holographic child.
Yeah, there'd be like no fucking way. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna leave because this little kid told me, no, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Put an adult on this motherfucker.
I need to see my wife. Go away, kid. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Well,
that happened.
That's interesting. Lady True is actually like a female warrior from like the Vietnamese or Vietnam era or something like that.
I completely
we skipped over Nam. Nam was important.
Totally fucking missed that whole part of it.
Well, we're not Vietnamese, so that's totally okay with me not knowing that shit. But thank you.
But it's like they have I guess like an artwork of her riding on top of a elephant.
They said that she's the Vietnamese Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
Well,
that's interesting.
At the very, very beginning, we see Angela as a child. Her parents get blown up by a suicide bomber, and she gets taken into an orphanage. In the orphanage, the police department from Vietnam, which ironically is the 51st state, based on what Dr. Manhattan did.
Puerto Rico didn't make it, I guess.
Yeah. Took Puerto Rico's spot. Police come pick her up. They find the killer who sold the vest, and Angela wants to see or hear her homeboy get shot, which she's just cold-blooded like that at an early age. She eventually gets picked up by her grandmother at the orphanage.
Yeah.
They have a conversation over lunch.
Who is truly the older version of the wife we saw in the flashbacks with Reeves the previous week or the week before that.
Yeah. And then as they get put in the car and they're about to roll out, she has, I guess, a heart attack, and boom, she died.
One other cool thing. The actress that was playing young Angela is the same little girl, I believe, from Shazam earlier.
It is the same little girl.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. She's in 2 big DC movies in the same year.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I know.
Or
DC series. Gal can't even do that.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hate that. Damn.
So they have a conversation, and Lady True is like, what's going to happen is the 7th Cavalry is going to bring Dr. Manhattan and destroy him and kill him, and then the 7th Cavalry is going to become him and fuck shit up.
So this is like where things finally sort of started making sense to me. So they're basically the 7th Cavalry wearing like the mask of, Rorschach. It's like his revenge. Because that's where I was like, it finally clicked. I'm like, why the fuck are they... Why are they doing what they're doing? for like what's their purpose? And now at least part of it made sense to me. Is like them trying to basically kill Dr. Manhattan and then take his powers. And that totally makes sense because he just fucking basically evaporated fucking Rorschach at the end of the fucking comic.
Yeah.
So
I
for
see.
no one to
Okay.
know.
Okay. So they were inspired, but they were still inspired initially as the beware of the Cyclone stuff, and then it morphed into that.
No, like from the get go. I don't know if it was. I don't know how it's with the Cyclops stuff, with the white supremacy stuff, but at least like that motivation of them, like with the lithium-ion batteries and like getting all these fucking materials and shit like that. All that makes sense now to like for them to get their revenge against Dr. Manhattan.
Well,
I totally understand that part.
I
that
still
part.
take it them as still being racist as fuck
Oh
as
yeah,
an organization.
That's still an open
Yeah.
like question, like why they're all like white people and like racist, which still might tie into like some other stuff.
Okay.
But as far as like why they were getting these materials, like what they were getting it for, that totally makes sense.
I'm still lost on a little bit on the whole 7th Cavalry, and maybe they're going to explain it this week on Sunday. But the 7th Cavalry history with the police department in Tulsa in terms of the reigniting of this war with them, you know, and
Yeah.
that part
Well,
too.
like I said, I still believe that there's like a story that's not being told. There's a problem with the police department that they're not really talking about.
Sure.
And even though like they had like the Cyclops thing and like all this other shit, like I still think that there's still a problem with the police department because like why? I don't know. There's a part of the story that's missing that is really important that I just can't fucking figure out yet. But I know there's something wrong with the police department.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. There's corruption in the with the senator. There's corruption in the police department for sure. But then there seems to be cops that are oblivious to that, like my favorite, the Russian dude, who just wants to bust ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking.
He just wants to crack skulls.
And that motherfucker wasn't he eating a goddamn Dorito or something with a fucking fork or something? Or was it chopsticks? There was
Chopsticks. I think
something.
it was chopsticks.
I think it was chopsticks.
I
That
might
fucking
miss
bothered
that
me.
part.
Anyway,
You
go
know
ahead.
what with chopsticks?
I think he was eating some
like
chips,
hot Cheetos or
hot
something?
Cheeto, flaming hot Cheetos with like
You
chopsticks.
don't get dirty.
Oh, that's
fucking
just,
savage.
No,
What's wrong with
you gotta lick them fingers.
Only hoes eat fucking
Oh, damn.
hot Cheetos, man.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
there's
hence
that.
why he's mad.
Only Hosey. I like that. I'm gonna put that in my mental take notes on people eating hot Cheetos.
Flaming hot.
So
Big reveal.
they have the she sort of says what the plan is about them bringing Dr. Manhattan back. They're gonna kill him, and then they're gonna try to be, Joe Keane or whatever I guess is going to wants to become the new Dr. Manhattan because it's so hard being a white man, or as he put it
That's
himself.
what he told FBI woman.
Yeah. So she also says that I forget how it gets put into words or whatever about them killing Dr. Manhattan, but she says Dr. Manhattan is here in Tulsa amongst us or whatever.
But prior to all of this, she was saying, my whole point of the big watch or big clock and everything is, and my company and all this is, I'm going to save the world.
Yeah.
And Angela was like, how the fuck are you doing that? I don't trust you, bitch. And then
Yeah. And then so we she says that he is here in Tulsa amongst us in, I guess, human disguise or whatever the fuck. And Angela is like, whatever, bitch, I'm gone. Or
Yep.
whatever. I got better places to be. And she just strolls out, and then Lady True hits her with the, excuse me. I just told you Dr. Manhattan is here on Earth, and
As a
you
human.
don't seem surprised or whatever. Which, I mean, to me, she knows who. She knows it's Cal or whatever. I sort of think Silk Spectre might have a hint it's Cal, but
ooh,
I
that's
don't know.
interesting. I don't know.
Yeah. And she was just like, whatever, I don't care. And she just walks off, and I'm looking at TV. I want to know. I need to know.
I kind of knew like right when they were talking about it.
And then then she goes home, and that
Actually, no, I think K-Mac called it. Yeah.
she's Angela. Well, Cal's reading Ernest Hemingway's book.
Old Man in the Sea or something? Or one of them other ones.
I don't know. I need to read more books, but
You got to listen, man. Audible.
so he's reading a book and wakes up. Hears some rummaging going on in the kitchen, and he's like, "Oh, you making me a sandwich?" And she's like, "Nah, we got to talk." And he's like, "Well, what's going on?" And she's like, "Shh, shh, shh, shh. Let's talk. Listen, I love you very much." I was like, "Uh-oh, this bad." This is the breakup talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, something broke.
Were they in a public area?
They was at a house.
Yeah, she was like, she just started giving him the goodbye, blah blah blah. You're the great husband.
You the best.
You're the best. I didn't deserve you. Da 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 da. You're a great father. I'm like, this.
You're scaring me.
Yeah, she's like, what's going on? And then well, when I noticed on the second time, she says something to John.
Yep.
And yeah, because I didn't notice the first time, but then the second time I watched it, she says blah blah blah, John, whatever, and he's like, what, huh?
My name's not John.
My name's not John.
She was like, how do you feel about massive head trauma?
And then we find out the accident was not really the accident, which still has a little bit of questions on how, I guess, the whole swap-a-roo happened, I guess.
Well, he's a god. He basically was a god.
He's got all kind of powers to do what he can manipulate almost all atoms.
Yeah. And crack takes the hammer to his head, knocks him out, and then she starts digging in his...
Not just digging. She starts, when he's fucking dead, basically, starts fucking hammering the shit out of his fucking head even more.
Yeah,
Crack
open
that thing
up
open.
the egg, and then fishing out the little...
And it was like a blue light, though, too. Like
Yeah, you can see it in her
turns
eyes,
blue.
yeah.
Well, she basically pulls out like the Dr. Manhattan symbol, which is basically a power symbol.
Yeah, it's like the hydrogen symbol or some shit.
It's a power symbol, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we, I guess revealed that he is Dr. Manhattan and everything.
No, I think it is the element, though.
Is
For
the
the
element?
symbol, yeah. Because the power would have, like, the line.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, because it's got the little one...
The dash, whatever.
Not electron, but the...
Yeah, the one
thing
power on.
that rotates neutron, proton, whatever the fuck. Chemistry people check me on that. So...
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Isn't that like the symbol in his head?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. But
Straight up, yeah.
yeah, it's just straight up and down. But
And, which he says, baby, we're in trouble, or... Yeah. And, I'm just like, oh, shit, it's about to go on.
so
I'm confused on... Because Cal was a person who was, I guess, unaware. I mean, obviously he's unaware that Dr. Manhattan was in him and everything. So I'm confused on...
Is he truly a person, or is he just a shell?
He's just a shell.
I got
I don't
the
think-
impression of a shell.
I think they met each other when he was Dr. Manhattan. And then he became Cal. And she's the only person that knows.
to hide kind of his identity. Because even in... You saw the little teaser.
They made it pretty clear in the teaser.
So hold on, I don't think that she's the only one that knew, because what Stitch didn't talk about is when Angela came home, outside in the car are Rorschach members, and I think they know that he's there, so they can try to teleport him to their headquarters.
They could also still just be trying to get her.
Yeah,
They could be,
sitting on a
but
house or whatever.
their whole plan is to capture Dr. Manhattan, and he happens to be at her place of residence. So
How many people were in the? Were there a bunch of people in the car? Or
I only saw look like two, a driver and a passenger.
Okay,
so
they roll deep though.
Yeah, usually they do. So there could be more with them.
Because one of the people in Looking Glass's basement didn't have a mask on, so I think that Looking Glass has now got the mask on to try to blend in with them,
maybe
or whatever. Since he fucked a bunch of them up, and he's just trying to stay under the radar or whatever.
Maybe.
Holy fucking shit though.
Yeah.
Wait, with the guy you guys talking about, are they trying to do like they did with Samurai Jack, where Homegirl didn't know that she was made from a coup? The one that Jack is
sort of,
the girl,
sort of. But he was
a person, but Mr. Manhattan just took over his body.
No, Dr. Manhattan. He actually created this body for him.
Okay.
Like he created it to not be a god, to live like a normal human life.
And I think to be with Angela.
Yeah.
You know, because it sounds like they hooked up and fell in love and whatnot. What I found funny, though, in retrospect, is the FBI woman was masturbating to the giant blue fucking dildo 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she said, Angela, your husband's fucking hot.
Yeah,
and she used to fuck Dr. Manhattan.
She kept saying that he is hot. She mentions it several times.
Yeah.
So that
there were clues.
There was clues. So she probably has an aversion to, or not an aversion, but she has an attraction to Dr. Manhattan. She probably could sense his presence,
even though she dumped it for fucking Al guy.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, I'm not so sure she knew. Maybe she did later because she used the phone booth to contact him. And Lady True
That
says,
lame-ass joke.
Yeah, Lady True's like, everyone uses these booths, but he's not listening. He's not even on Mars. Like, we use this just to track shit.
And then it can. I need to find out also, hopefully explain what happened during the White Night then when, I guess, because Cal runs out the room
Yep.
and everything. Angela's sort of dead to rights, got a shotgun like at her head, and then she just wakes up or whatever. So I guess he maybe broke character or broke just to
That's a good point.
save her life during that whole invasion. So
Maybe.
hopefully
good
we
point.
get that whole thing replayed to see how that.
We didn't talk about Ozzy.
No, we
Did he-
didn't.
Yeah, he had a trial in this episode, did he not?
A
Or-
trial. He's on trial for a year. Because they said day 364.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
did. They did.
Yeah. So he's been on trial for a year. I don't know what the fuck they've been going over for 364 days
Nope.
or whatever. But he's just sitting there bored out of his fucking mind.
Farting.
So he stood up and they asked him, "How do you plead?" He stood up and spread cheeks and just fucking busted ass,
And all
ripped ass.
all these clones are pissed off at him, which is kind of confusing to me or whatever, because he fishes and makes the clones.
He does, but I mean, he treats them like shit and he murders them, and they see this
On a fucking daily.
on a daily. He used their bodies to make a sign on whatever planet he's on.
I mean, but
I
they're-
think he's on a moon of Jupiter.
But they're master or whatever.
Yeah,
They call him master. They do, but he does slaughter them.
And they
But
see it too. which
And they
fucking-
put they put his ass on trial. There's one person who's there who's not a clone. What do they call them?
The game war.
Nope,
I
Game
see-
War.
I don't-
Game Warden. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck this dude is.
Yeah,
But
that's
he-
weird.
He's the only one that apparently is not under his thumb. And I guess he's there to keep him in check.
Well, apparently some of the clones aren't either because they were just like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's with the pigs? The pigs came in and they all asking the pigs.
That was
what's
random. That was weird
A lot
as
of random
fuck.
shit.
Yeah.
Just like the elephant too. That was pretty fucking.
Up? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fucking random.
man.
So I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know what they're gonna do with this whole Ozzy thing because I guess there's 2 more episodes. I think he's still stuck on this fucking planet. Or
I think he is too, but I won't be surprised if he's linked to Lady True. She has a statue.
he might be
of
fucking
him.
frozen in that statue or some
Who knows?
shit like that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, so I don't know if this was just rumor mill bullshit online, but there's something to. Do we know who what's her name, Lady True's dad is?
Oh, the rumors that Ozymandias might be her father?
Yeah.
No idea.
I'm trying to piece together if there are any
That would make
clues.
more sense because that would make sense to why she has so much money.
Yeah, she's a trillionaire,
Yeah,
and he
which-
was obviously always been rich.
If you're a trillionaire, like, could you imagine? Like, you can do anything you fucking wanted.
Yeah, and that's what she's doing.
Like, I can literally shoot. I can kill all you in this room right now
And get away with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, also too, obviously Ozzy is brilliant, and so is she. You know what I mean, on a genetics level and all of that. So we'll see. We'll fucking see, man. I can't get over this Cal shit though.
Yeah.
This shit, fucking Black Manta, done like just sat there, and he wasn't doing shit this entire fucking 7-episode arc, really.
Well,
His
now he's not, 'cause
Instagram-
it's gonna be a totally different guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His Instagram was hilarious. It just like it was like a meme or whatever. Like after the episode dropped, and he just starts laughing.
Yeah.
into the camera for like 15 seconds. Like
He knew the whole time,
Yeah.
obviously, and this shit just hit everybody.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
few people saw this coming. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
I
gonna
knew.
go back to playing Twin Vipers now. He's just striking Vipers.
Yeah.
Dragon Vipers, yeah.
Damn, where's
Falcon.
Anthony Mackie? Where's Anthony Mackie in this? I would laugh so hard if Anthony Mackie had a cameo in this fucking.
Oh, that
shit.
would be hilarious.
I would fucking die
damn
laughing. Oh my god.
Did he do something in real life that fucked up his career? Or
No, he was just on
Character.
Instagram laughing, and it became a gif, like you were saying, because he's known this
Yeah.
entire time.
Because he filmed it.
Yeah, because he's just been sort of just like this kind of like side character that
Yeah.
just sort of.
Boring.
Ever-
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean-
you better interact with him in the movie.
I mean, a lot of people were saying he was beta male and he was a cuck because he was a stay-at-home dad.
Well,
but
there
it
were,
doesn't make you.
But, hey,
But there were other-
people were saying. I'm just saying because
there were other aspects of it that some people didn't like too, which was when Angela was like going out to fight and whatnot, and
stayed home.
He didn't seem to. We don't see in any of those scenes him doing things to protect his family as much as Angela is.
But she's a cop,
Yeah.
and he's. What does he even do?
I don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows. So all you people, shut the fuck up. Like seriously, if your significant other is like part of law enforcement or part of the military or something like that, and you happen to be a male that's not, it's like, yeah, you'd expect the other person to fucking, kind of hold down shop. When it comes to shit like that,
but he is handed a gun though at some point, right?
Wasn't I thought he was a cop,
but I mean,
right?
He's not a cop.
Still, I don't really give a shit.
Wait, wasn't he a
You
cop
know?
before he like shot up the house or whatever?
Listen, he's not the fucking main character of this show.
No, he's not.
So
That's
let's stop. So it'd be like saying that if it was the dynamics were reversed and it was a male and the female at home, no one has a single problem. No one has a single problem with the female just staying at home doing all that shit with the kids.
Yeah,
anything like that.
It's just that he was very boring too.
Stop.
I don't think he was.
He was boring.
When we have other characters in other shows where the wife or whatever is at home doing whatever,
Yes.
nobody says, "Oh, the wife is boring."
Yes, there are times when the wives are boring.
No, I don't give a shit. I'm there for the main character.
Yeah, you are.
And it's cool that they kind of evolved his character, but at the same time,
Well, they didn't.
I didn't care.
They didn't. Well, they didn't involve him
He
all
had,
that much.
he had
just-
interesting moments.
He's a fucking important character now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
That's evolution.
Well, hold on. Now there's a big reveal with him that he's not going to be played by that same actor or whatever, right?
I think he might be.
But it's still an important entity, we'll say.
Yeah.
So, but I don't understand why they're using different sort of metrics with this dynamic, other than like, or I guess other dynamics, like the same thing. Like if you have a male with a female, like nobody cares about the wife if the male's the main character, and all of a sudden when it's reversed, people are just like, oh, well, I want to know more about this guy. Like, fucking why? Regina King's character,
She's the main.
Regina King's
She's the
character,
lead.
she's the lead.
She's the lead.
I don't really give a shit about Aquaman guy.
Yeah, it's just
Black Manta.
It's
Yeah.
just that she is the lead. He's boring. That's all.
Well,
he's
and that's
boring.
he had
but
his.
the- but
and
the
maybe he's supposed to be
Yeah,
boring.
but the fact
That's
that
fine.
but the fact that you're saying that is weird to me, because we watch all these movies where it's reversed and nobody gives a shit about the
wife.
The wife.
Yeah.
There are in Age of Ultron, Hawkeye's wife was boring. We know that, right?
I don't give a shit about.
I
the
don't.
wife.
Yeah.
Well, she's a boring character.
She
You
wasn't-
weren't supposed to give that
she
much of a
wasn't-
shit about it. I don't give that much of a shit about him until this reveal that he was boring. That's all.
But he had the interesting point, the quote about what happened when the kids asked him about
Like
what
God-
happens when you die,
death, yeah.
about death or whatever.
He's
which
all like
now-
nothing.
Yeah, which makes it
But even
seem
that
like,
was kind of
obviously
even
he
that was
knows-
kind of dull
He
for
was
him.
like,
Yeah, but that-
I am God.
And you know what? That was a clue too.
That
just
is
in
a
terms
clue.
of his response.
There's a bunch of stuff that's dangled in front of us that they've probably given
Yeah.
us the end game
talks
already
about
Because
that we didn't see.
he answered that question in a way that we rarely see a
Right.
parental
talked about
figure
that,
talk to a young kid.
I thought it was cool as an atheist to see some like an actual atheist view to be on like public television or semi-public television. You know what I mean? Like nobody talks about shit like that.
Yeah, that
was awesome.
that's the end of it. There's no heaven or hell or whatever. But to a young kid, that was
And he also made that comment about how he hated lying and stuff like
He
that.
did make
yeah.
that.
So
He
it's
did
like
say-
all this stuff, like looking back retroactively, is just
There were
like, oh
signs,
shit,
yeah.
makes
Yeah,
so
there-
much
there were clues.
sense now or whatever.
all right. I thought it was an excellent episode. What did y'all think overall?
It's great. It's
Series is great. You know.
yeah. Once this whole thing is done, they put a bow on it. I'm gonna have to do because this season, I would say, has been better of a show than Game of Thrones last season.
That's
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
And
I agree.
the good thing is we're starting to see an increase, at least in terms of the ratings, because there was that drop when people were like, "Oh, this isn't my Watchmen. I want the shitty Snyder version that didn't do well in the theaters." Okay,
And so many
now the
people,
ratings are back
So
up.
many people are like, "Oh, Game of Thrones is done. We're
No,
cancel
it
HBO
was,
now."
It was beyond the Zack Snyder thing. It was, to me, like I saw a bunch of these like anti-woke culture people, which, don't get me wrong, I'm fucking one of them. I'm with you until you got to this shit. And it's because people didn't understand the actual history of what happened. I don't think they understood that this really happened in America from the first episode. And I think that like blinded them to the fact that this is actually a decent show.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't want that woven into Watchmen.
They just
either.
put their
That
fingers
was
in
the
their
other
ears.
thing.
Yeah.
And we're just like, no, I can't hear you. I don't want to hear you.
And it's like, why? It's like it's the same people that said, the Watchmen wasn't political, but it's like you didn't obviously watch.
You
it or
obviously
read the
didn't
comic.
read. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan Moore literally is a like a communist, anarchist type of person. He wears that on his sleeves. His politics on his fucking sleeve.
And he's still like that. So some of you who are Alan Moore like purists, quote unquote, because I know that you're fucking not, you would know that Alan Moore talked hellish shit about the Avengers films, where he talked about he was amazed and kind of like disappointed that people were looking up, or kids really, people were taking their kids to see this film about these heroes where there shouldn't be heroes, like they shouldn't have this kind of violence and etc. etc. And people called them out. They're like, dude, you are co-writer to Watchmen that had rape, that had violence, that had like literally like practically genocide, and you have the nerve to talk about these films that were like basically family films almost. I mean, yeah, they had violence and shit, but you
wasn't
took
bloody
it,
though.
Yeah, not nearly as much as fucking Watchmen. Watchmen had like
hold on,
had like a lot of fucked up shit in it. At least the comic.
The books, the comics that you're talking about, they were not written for kids, and they were not marketed to kids either.
They weren't, but he talked shit about that.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, if you don't want your kids to see violence, then I guess, whatever. You're living in a strange world, but the things that he did are things that he wrote and did or whatever. They weren't marketed to kids.
No,
and Avengers was. I mean, I'm not trying to give the guy an excuse, but I a little bit understand where he's coming from.
I don't even for the mid '80s. It was obviously beyond the comic code era or whatever, where they had to put that seal on there. I don't know if it had like a mature rating on it originally in the 80s.
No. They had
in terms of the comic. It had a lot of violence and whatnot in it.
I can guarantee you that if you asked him, I don't know the fucking guy, I can't guarantee it. All right, I'm pretty sure that if you asked the guy, hey, did you write this for kids? He would say no.
No.
So,
shit,
like, fuck them kids.
Even the shit that he wrote that wasn't Watchmen, like The Killing Joke. That's not.
So you talked about like genocide and stuff like that, like in his comic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but that shit basically happened in Endgame. It was just in a softer way.
Yes,
yeah, of course.
They killed off literally half of the population of everything.
True.
And that's okay for kids to watch. So I understand more now where he's coming from.
His comments came out before like Infinity War.
But hold on. The other thing you got to remember about Alan Moore, he doesn't like anything.
He don't.
He talked a lot of shit about the Snyder movie about there was an adaptation of his comic. He talked shit about every single comic book adaptation you're ever going to see. Look at Alan Moore quotes and you'll see him talking all kind of shit. It's not just MCU. It's not
of course.
Everything.
He's a hater.
Yeah, I mean that's universally what he does.
What's weird to me is that he hates on the comic book industry as a whole.
Yeah.
When he was a pioneer in that industry.
And celebrated.
Which fucking blows my fucking mind.
He's an anarchist at his core and he wears that on his sleeve.
I know.
So
it's just weird to me. People are like,
he's an old man curmudgeon kind of dude who's very, very angry about a lot of shit.
He is. He's been angry for a long time. Yeah. I don't know why, but
back to Watchmen itself. Again, I'm going to keep on saying this. The franchise was dead prior to this HBO revival. Yes, they had appeared in a few comics like Doomsday Clock and whatnot. But there wasn't shit happening. There wasn't going to be any like movie sequel.
Can't say a few comics when it was like one of the things that brought DC kind of back into the fold.
But it was significant. But it was only in the Doomsday Clock story.
Yeah. But I mean, it's significant, especially for somebody that where their stories weren't really popular for a very long time. Besides Watchmen, and all of a sudden, 2-3 years ago, Doomsday Clock is coming around, and his characters are getting revived.
Well, that's pretty cool. I appreciate it like that. I just think that the franchise as a whole wasn't really going a whole lot of places.
So, actually,
with the exception of those comics.
In between the film, in between Doomsday Clock and the film Watchmen, there was actually a prequel series called Before Watchmen. Came out in 2012.
Okay.
So I would have watched that.
Yeah. The first we're
all
watch
that comic book series.
Did you watch it or read it? Did you
no,
read it?
I didn't read it.
Then all right, we're not gonna talk about it. All right,
this helped.
Anyway, are we gonna move on?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you want to move on to?
Are we talking about some bots, or are we gonna move on to something else?
Why don't we go to some of these trailers? right?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we got a couple trailers. First one was Black Widow earlier, right? Early on Monday?
Yeah, that was
like
late.
2 days ago.
Bond came out first.
Hold on.
How was it long?
Bond did not come out first.
Bond
The
came out
Bond
yesterday.
Bond was yesterday or today.
I saw
I saw it
Black
a few
Widow
days
came out on
ago.
Monday.
I saw Bond today.
I saw
Bond
Bond
today.
on like Sunday. Hold on.
So when we say first, we're talking about chronologically or just like when you saw it?
No, chronologically.
Okay,
I can
chronologically, Black Widow came out first.
Hold on, I can pull this up real quick. Keep going.
All right.
Regardless,
So yeah, Black Widow trailer dropped this week, and
What did y'all think?
I liked it.
There's some cool scenes in it, but you know, it's the first trailer, so I got to give it a break
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
or give it a chance.
I mean, it didn't wow me. Again, I'm not crazy head over heels about this character, especially after Infinity War killed her off. We all know,
Yeah.
biggest movie in the world. It was okay, but I wasn't like on the edge of my seat or cheering at the end or anything. It wasn't the greatest, and it certainly wasn't the worst trailer I've seen. It was just kind of middle of the road for me.
So yeah, the Bond trailer did drop first. It dropped December 1st. Black Widow dropped on the 3rd, and yeah.
Wait, when did Black Widow drop?
The 3rd, December 3rd.
No, the Black Widow
Trailer?
Today's today.
No. The James
Today's
Bond
the 5th.
teaser dropped on the 1st. The trailer didn't drop until fucking like yesterday or today.
Okay.
That's what I saw it. But-
Yeah,
Okay.
the fuck, man.
All right. Go ahead.
There was a teaser for Black Widow too. But anyway, just fucking
we going down the road of which day things came
Yeah.
out. All right, go ahead. You and
What?
Stitch.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Of
And old Ninja.
Looked good. Looked interesting. I mean, don't know if I'll wait in line opening day and whatever to watch it, but I mean, I plan on watching it. It looks interesting. I hope looks like it's got a lot of spy shit, some espionage. To me, it kind of reminds me of Winter Soldier, where in terms of like how there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that you don't really know, and I think it's going to be very well written, not just a very linear story that's being told. I mean, obviously, it's going to be action packed. Got fucking what's his name from
Stranger Things.
yeah, what's his
David
name?
Harbour.
Hopper doing crazy shit, and I mean jumping out of planes, shooting.
He went to Russia.
Yeah,
That's where he's at in Stranger Things. Went to Russia.
exactly.
Got teleported into another universe.
Tied in perfectly. So I'm excited for it. I mean, yeah, it's not gonna have the whole ensemble of everybody in there. I'm sure maybe there'll be a cameo where you see
Iron Man
somebody,
official.
somebody talking.
He fucking
to
might,
somebody.
man.
But,
Give her some kind of fucking armor gun.
It looks good. I mean, yeah, we know she dies, but I mean, y'all fucking get all hyped on these Star Wars movies. Y'all know who fucking lived and
Here we
died.
fucking go. Here we go.
Wow. Anyway,
she's gonna die. I can't watch it.
I will
Who
keep
cares?
it. I'll keep it 100 with you right
Bitter
now. okay?
dies.
So when I asked Prodigy, what do you think about the trailer? Because I didn't watch the trailer yet. This is why I'm gonna keep it 100. And he was like, basically fuck that. Like you just like, I'm not impressed. Blah blah blah. It's fine. And then I watched the trailer and I was like, oh shit, I can see why you said that. Because I watched the trailer and I was just like, huh. But I also saw the fucking preview at SDCC.
I remember.
So the preview that I saw at SDCC was way fucking better.
Is it longer too?
Yeah, it's longer and
Okay.
it showed me. So like the scene that you saw with like where she's fighting her sister, I saw the whole fucking fight scene.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I remember you talked
Yeah.
about how like they went back and forth stealing each other guns.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
trailer, they like it was brief. Like they
Yeah, I
did
switched
once.
guns twice or three
It
times.
was
Like,
like-
hey, what you want for breakfast?
It was some Jason, it was like some Jason Bourne shit.
Okay.
I was like, it was fucking impressive, like legit impressive. I'm a huge action fucking movie guy, and it impressed me. All right, and then there was a couple other scenes. There's like so they showed Taskmaster in this, but there's another villain. I don't know if it's Taskmaster. I'm pretty sure it is. But there's another villain that's in this that they didn't even fucking show. That is in the movie. That was like it's like a scene on a bridge.
Okay.
That is fucking super badass.
This Taskmaster looks like fucking shit.
Okay, well the villain that I saw who's a whole different like character model
Yeah.
looked way better.
Okay.
It had like a fucking Iron Man type like helmet on.
Okay.
Obviously a female, had a shield, kind of like Taskmaster, but
Nice.
it wasn't fucking Taskmaster. It was somebody else.
But so no skull face.
No, it was like I'm trying to remember. It's like fucking almost 6 months ago now.
Okay.
Actually, it probably is exactly 6 months ago now. But it was like almost like an Iron Man type mask.
Okay.
But it wasn't a Taskmaster. It wasn't not a skull.
Gotcha.
And she, because it was definitely she,
Okay.
was fucking badass. And
That
they
would
were,
have been fun to see.
And they were wrecking shop with like throwing, was there a car throwing or some shit? It was on a bridge, and there was some badass shit going on. But also at the same time, the preview that I saw had none of the other characters that you saw. Like I didn't
Like
see
the Russian
David
family?
Arber's. Yeah, I didn't see the whole Russian family. I just saw
Okay.
the sister and the badass fight scene, and like it was cut better.
Yeah.
Like this one was kind of like it was shittily hyped up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? In my opinion, but it still wasn't a bad trailer. But like what I saw, they could have done it. They could have just taken the preview that I saw and then just fucking put that out there.
Because you came back raving about it, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well then let's see what. Finally, we get to see it, and then I was like,
Yeah, it was fucking good. Oh, are you watching right now? Oh, this is a leak.
Well, I don't know if it's the real one because they showed Iron Man and Hawkeye and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if it's the real
No,
one.
they weren't.
Well, no, it might be because there was like there's one search that have. If you skip ahead, I'll tell you. If it's, that wasn't real.
No, yeah, it was real
That
short.
wasn't real because it was way longer. Than that. It was probably like it was nearly 10 minutes.
it looks like they're, and I think she even says it in the trailer that they're in Budapest, which
Yeah.
they've alluded to many times in the Avengers movies and all that. So that part I can't hate on. That's pretty cool. You finally, hopefully, get to see what happened there. But I tell you what, man.
Yeah, I understand. I understand now.
This Taskmaster costume too, like, I'm sorry, we all know what Taskmaster looks like, and yes, Marvel live action movie adaptations are going to have different costumes. Totally get that. Are y'all saying y'all like this costume?
It's like whatever.
It
I
looked-
didn't
it looked
overanalyze. I
bad to
mean,
me.
I didn't overanalyze
It
it.
looked a little like remember the dude from Crisis?
Like
the
I,
video game.
I mean, but people love that suit. So
I want my skull on my Taskmaster. Maybe he gets it later. Maybe he gets it
I
later.
mean,
Oh, I
if
see
you
what
look
you're talking about.
closely, he does have like kind of like teeth on his mask, but still, I'm not a huge Taskmaster fan.
Okay, I do see the teeth finally when
Yeah,
you really
you
zoom
really look
in.
at it. Yeah, I mean, and it's like a split second
Hold on.
fucking.
He looks like
shot.
Zordon.
Stop. Hold on. Prodigy, let's be honest though. The traditional Taskmaster costume will look real fucking shitty in real life.
like,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm not saying
cape.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The face would be good. But
I
like
completely get that you're going to have to do a remix version of it, but even with that being the case, this costume, and maybe it evolves in the movie, this is a 2-second trailer, I wasn't that impressed by this costume.
It's a clip from a scene. I have no idea or context from
mean-
what the fuck is going on or whatever. That's why I normally like to just watch one trailer and then I don't need to see any more because I want to watch everything during the movie with fresh eyes.
eyes.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get another trailer
We're
later
gonna
on.
get
I mean,
three.
it's
We're
December.
gonna get, like
we will.
2, 3,
Yeah,
4
we
certainly will.
trailers.
Yeah.
And those trailers can certainly be improved. Maybe it'll be similar to the ones you guys saw in San Diego. And I'm not saying this was the worst trailer ever. It wasn't.
well, see the
it
thing
was just fine.
The thing was in the trailer that I saw, it was like it was way more serious. Like in this one, it seems like it's almost Michael Bay-ish.
Yeah, I felt
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one that I saw was like it was very serious. Like when they're panning into scenes, like there wasn't very much music. Like it wasn't like really super hyped, and like there wasn't very much music at all. Like it just seemed like it was very Jason Bourne-ish. You know, like it seemed way more dramatic than what I saw in the trailer. So from what I saw is like drastically different from like what everybody else saw. And so if you saw this trailer and you didn't like what you saw, I can understand. However, I would implore you to like give it at least another chance. And don't get me wrong, if it's shitty, like the whole movie is shitty, I'll freely admit it. I have no fucking stakes in Scarlett Johansson's fucking career. I have no fucking stakes in, Black Widow being big or not. I don't really give a shit.
If it's good, it's good.
But what I saw at SDCC had me really intrigued. It had me because I didn't really care about Black Widow before, but what I saw at SDCC had me at least want to watch the movie or at least know more.
Yeah,
Like,
and
the way they cut it.
And just to be fair for myself, yes, I've talked a lot of shit about Black Widow. There's no fucking doubt about it. I feel the same way about Vision and Falcon and Hawkeye in terms of if they were given a solo movie, they would have to have an impressive ass trailer for me to get on board. Just because I'm not particularly fans of those characters all that much.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll get that trailer during the Super Bowl. That's how.
Yeah,
that's
we
how
will.
they do
Oh,
it.
you're right.
They,
You're absolutely right.
They normally roll out they were like, oh, the new trailer or whatever.
You're right.
When the millions. I mean, this one got dropped on a Monday, the fucking
After
December
Thanksgiving.
3rd
Yeah.
or whatever.
They need to cut it better. They should not cut the trailers. They should not do the movie like a traditional MCU movie. They need to do the movie like a Jason Bourne movie or like a John Wick movie or something like that, because even though she is technically a superhero, she's not a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
All right, she's basically a fucking spy that is good at gunplay and fucking martial arts. But
yeah, spy assassin, right?
Yeah, she is not a traditional superhero. So I think they should really depart the way that they normally do things and like just do it the way that I fucking saw it. Like keep all the fucking crazy music out of it. Because if you watch like the vast majority of like these modern movies, especially like action movies, the music tells you how to feel.
Of course.
And I don't like that. With Marvel movies it's okay.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like real action movies, like you don't need that. Like watch John Wick, perfect example. Like the movie, the music doesn't hype you up.
No.
What the fuck he's doing hypes you up. And I think that's what, and that's when like what was it Martin Scorsese when he said that he doesn't think that these Marvel movies are cinema. I mean, technically he's right, but obviously I don't really give a shit because this is what people want to see. But at the same time, I understand because they're doing all these things to get you engaged in what you're watching and listening to, with all these fucking tricks that I think that the common person doesn't really understand why they're feeling the way they feel when they're watching these things.
You're right. Disney is an expert at this. They've been doing it for 80 years. They are the best in the world at making trailers and hit movies. We know that.
We're fans of the movies.
Yeah,
it's okay.
But because they are the best in the world at making trailers and hit movies, and they're a factory with this shit, especially the PG-13 superhero movie. After a while, I have the expectations that you're going to, really wow me with your brand new trailer for your movie.
But then also, you got to take some of the trailers with a grain of salt too, because even with Endgame, there's a whole bunch of shit that was in the trailer that was not in the movie whatsoever.
Same with Infinity War. Yep.
Yeah, so
you're right.
You definitely have to look at it that way too. So,
but it'd be funny. Like I should take one of our old arguments between me and Stitch, or me with anybody, or anybody in the fucking podcast that argues with each other, and I can add in music to make it seem like
yeah, it's a touching scene.
Yeah, I can literally do that, and it'd be like it will literally tell you how to feel about it.
Different angles will do it as well.
Yeah, definitely different angles.
Yeah,
because there's movie tricks to give you to show power and submission. Like they literally have angles.
That's in porn, man. What you talking about?
No, that too. They use it as that and as well. It's just Hollywood's more dramatic about it. That's the only biggest difference.
So what excuse are you possibly going to have when this?
Wait. Let's shelve this for now.
What? No, motherfucker, I'm talking.
No. I'm saying let's shelve it for later.
He cut him off and said,
"No,
you cannot speak
later on because we know he's got a cold take."
When this makes all of the monies.
What
does all of the monies mean? So that we're clear.
When this puts to red your whole she can't carry a movie by herself. What excuse are you going to? Have you thought of the excuse yet? Do you have it in your arsenal, or are you just going to
backpedal?
Yeah.
So here's my
this
thing.
is going to make over $100 million. She is the lead.
$100 million. Yeah, of course.
She's the lead actress.
Yeah,
it's her movie.
It will make.
It's her solo.
It is her solo movie.
Okay.
It will make over $100 million worldwide. Yes. I mean, almost every superhero movie of the modern era makes way more than that.
But it's going to be a funeral for this take that you've had for years.
It's been a 10-year saga with her. We will see how it performs compared to its peers. And if it does outperform expectations, then I'll give it props because I'm not a fucking hater.
What?
Holy shit! Oh my god! What the fuck was that? Oh my god! Rewind the tape. Holy shit!
Have you set the field goal post yet, or no?
No. What is your field goal post? If it's successful, it's successful.
What are her peers? Are her peers like a Wonder Woman movie, or
I would say her peers are all the comic book movies. So
are you going to try to be like it didn't make more than Joker did in its box office run?
If it doesn't, then that would be an accurate statement, would it not?
But if this outperforms Gal's Wonder Woman
1 or 2.
Well, I mean, this is her first,
so
it would. Well, regardless,
I'm just gonna put this out there. This comes out a month before Wonder Woman 1984.
Okay,
so Wonder Woman's in June. Black Widow's in May.
Well, it's a Wonder Woman sequel, so this will be Black Widow's first
solo
thing or whatever. So
We'll see what it does. I'm not ready to make any predictions quite yet. This is December.
You're ready
Yeah.
to not put
not big predictions,
not
but he's
pay-
been talking for 10 years.
No. He's not ready to make another bet in case a foot goes up his ass again, like Captain Marvel did.
All I'm going, or like when Joker got in that ass.
No.
That we're not going to admit. Okay.
Did we make a bet about that? No, we didn't.
Nah.
You opened your mouth about that, told everyone
But
they shouldn't go watch it, and it fucking came back in your ass.
Also, this year said that Joker would be the highest rated R movie of all time.
I didn't
Which
dispute
you
that.
no. Nobody said. Yeah, you're right. I believe that. Nobody said that.
When you
No
say
one
four-
also
When
said-
before it was released, I got on these airwaves and said this is going to happen, and it happened.
No one else said, I will bet this, that this won't do this and this won't do that.
Danny,
Whereas
I'm
you
sorry,
did
Blue.
that. Nobody else did that shit.
Blue, when was the last time you shot a basketball?
Shit, it's been the longest time.
Okay. Now, I'm sure if you shot the basketball at the rim enough times, eventually one of them will go in, right? Yeah. That's what prodigy is.
Oh my
Give
god!
me credit for my 3-pointer. Shot that shit from the moon.
You shot from the half, just outside the
Called
fucking
glass on that
free
shit.
throw line.
My additional question is where are these Wonder Woman 84 trailers, and this movie was supposed to come out in December?
This year.
I think you're
And
going
we
to
haven't
see.
seen
I think you're going to
anything.
see around Super Bowl time as well,
Well,
or during the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl time. Plenty of Wonder Woman 84 stuff. But first, DC has Birds of Prey in February, so I think they're going to do the majority of their.
That's a
their
fucking winner, right?
We'll see. I mean, I enjoyed that trailer more than I did this one.
I think
Really? So
Birds of
you're
Prey was
what-
as
you
good
saw
as,
it?
wait.
Because I don't think Kronos saw it when we talked about it originally.
The Birds of Prey. So wait, you are more excited for the Birds of Prey trailer than you are about Black Widow.
Yeah, guys.
With
Trailer for trailer.
there's a caveat with the fact that you were complaining about Taskmaster's mask, whereas Black Mask has no mask in the trailer.
That's a great point that I gave. Hold on, I gave them shade because I said I do want to see what he looks like as Black Mask, but this was just the first trailer. And Ewan McGregor, Ewan McGregor is one of the reasons that I'm down to see Birds of Prey. I'm down to see what he does with it, and all we see is him, hopefully, early on in the movie, prior to the mask on.
That's if he even gets a mask.
He better.
He may not get it until the end of the film.
If he doesn't get it, then I'm going to probably throw some shade at it. But we'll see.
I think Birds of Paradise would definitely do better
Birds
than
of Prey?
fucking Agents of not Agents of Shield, Charlie's
Black-
Angels.
Well,
I mean, yeah, it fucking
that's
better.
All girl group versus
Hold
another
on.
all girl group.
Shit, fucking the Trolls movie will do better
Everything
than
do better.
That's a kid
Yeah.
movie.
So what was your thoughts on Birds of Prey? We need.
I didn't even fucking watch it.
I thought we talked about this.
No, we
a couple
didn't.
weeks
I
ago.
thought he hadn't watched it. I thought he had watched
I
it
think I
since.
watched it.
Let's get to a good trailer, though. God damn it. We got Mr. Robot's Rami Malek
That's
all up in...
Oh, that's
no,
right, yeah.
all up in the villain role in the brand new Bond. God
Oh
damn
shit!
it.
I haven't seen the trailer.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I'm a
shit.
huge James Bond fan, only because like my dad was a huge James Bond fan. And he had well before he passed, he had every single fucking James Bond movie. So I saw the vast majority of them when I was a kid.
So good.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Dude, this trailer... Again, everybody's opinions are going to be whatever they're going to be. This was a great-ass fucking trailer, man. It's got to be hyped, and it's been a while since we've seen Daniel Craig as Bond. Like, what, 4 or 5 years now? Maybe 6?
It's probably longer than that.
Nah,
maybe.
not even that.
When's the
How long?
last
It was
one that
earlier
came
this
out?
decade, I know.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was
Maybe 04?
4 years?
2014?
When was the last one that came out? Was it Spectre?
Spectre, right? Yeah, that was
Yeah,
like
wasn't that 14,
4
13?
years ago.
Something like that.
And this is his last one as Bond, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, what's the year?
Dude, this looks great. We get the other 007, the black British woman, who seems to be doing some interesting things in this too.
People were mad because they were saying that it was supposed to be a female James Bond. I'm like, no, you can have a female 007, that's fine, but not a female James Bond, 'cause that's fucking stupid.
Not only that, Daniel Craig
Yeah,
has
Spectre
been
was
the
last
lead in all 4 or 5 of these.
4 years ago.
Yeah. So he's been the lead as James Bond for the last 12 years or whatever.
Well,
We're going to see Daniel Craig in his last role,
Well, yes.
time in this role.
Beyond that, though, like you can't sit there and be like, it's going to be a James Bond film when James Bond is not a dude. That'd be stupid as fuck. It'd be like changing a female character from like any fucking anything and like making it male for no reason with
Like-
the same fucking name.
Doing-
Like Indiana Jones being female.
Yeah, and it's Williamsburg named Indiana too. It's like, no, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
But her being a 007, it's fine because nowhere in James Bond's like entire universe did they say that 007, like that nomenclature, is stuck to only males.
Right.
Like it's a license to kill. That's all it means.
Yep. And it's for that elite spies
Yeah.
of the British,
Which I'm fine with. That's fine. And she's obviously not the main character in this movie. So
No.
who gives a shit? If she wants to do like a spinoff, that's fine. People seem to forget about, if you're a James Bond fan, when Halle Berry was Jinx in the old movies, they almost did a spinoff with her.
Yep.
And I was fine with that. Like I
would've been great.
would have watched that shit.
Yep. This is a fucking action-packed trailer. Did y'all see it? And what
I
y'all think?
didn't get a chance to watch
it.
this. The
Holy
trailer.
fuck, man! Obviously, you got the Aston Martin. You got all the fucking gadgets and
Checked
shit.
all the boxes.
Checked all the boxes. I saw something on Twitter. I want some fucking cameos from previous Bonds. You know what I mean? Like, just to show up and sprinkle them in there, like at the casino or whatever. What's his name from a Golden Eye?
I want to see shit.
Pierce Brosnan and shit.
No, I want to see Sean Connery slapping fucking Barbara Walters.
Oh,
in the
there we
background.
go.
damn.
In the background.
Did you watch that fucking interview?
Of course.
Oh my god,
That shit was a classic.
Listen.
No apologies.
Google fucking Barbara Walters and Sean Connery, and just fucking be amazed on the fucking ball. I'm not even gonna say the balls. This guy is just like, that's what I said, bitch. Like, when I slap somebody, it's like, basically, like, I'll fucking slap you
I'll
right now.
slap your ass
Yeah.
here with my fucking dick.
Are you out of pocket? Do I have do I have at least one hand?
Right?
Damn.
Right?
Holy Christ.
When they cast Daniel Craig to be James Bond, wasn't there an outcry about that too?
Some people were
Because-
bitching
Yeah.
because they didn't see the vision.
Well, the people that were bitching, there were people that were not real James Bond fans.
Yep.
There were people that were fans of Pierce Brosnan, and Pierce Brosnan was not a good fucking James Bond, in my opinion.
He didn't look like he could fight. He didn't look like he
No.
could run. He didn't look like he could do any goddamn stunts.
No.
He had the suave kind of thing going, but
Yeah.
that was about it.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig looks like he could whoop ass in every one of his movies, and I appreciate that change. The other thing that was different for him, obviously Daniel Craig is blonde with blue eyes,
Yeah, I think
and
that's-
all the others were, dark
they're
haired
all
or whatever.
yeah.
So that was a change that some people bitched about, but they were fucking wrong.
I don't give a shit, yeah.
The Daniel Craig movies for the Bond have all slapped hard as fuck. Every single one of them is good.
Well, it's funny, one of our viewers commented on our website today, or on our Facebook page, that, he didn't like the direction. Not the direction. He was talking about how, like, this James Bond doesn't do stunts. Or not stunts. He doesn't have gadgets. But I'm like, he has gadgets.
No, there are gadgets.
There are gadgets. There's
Yeah.
like a lot of gadgets.
There's still stuff with Q and all that.
Yeah, it's
fuck?
not as much, but as like previous movies.
Sure.
Which I totally agree with. But,
But some of those were wacky, though.
They
Remember?
were.
Yeah, a little over
Like,
the top.
literal lasers on your watch and bullshit.
well,
like,
it's funny you said that because there's actually a laser in the watch in the last movie. But anyway,
okay, yeah. But I
Like, he
mean,
used
there's wacky stuff in the 60s and 70s. I remember
Yeah.
some stuff.
Hand grenades.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah,
like
that's
you-
Pierce Brosnan one.
you
Yeah,
have to
the-
modernize that kind of stuff, which is which I'm totally fine with. But I think a lot of people they don't understand. I need to go back and like read the books. I think maybe that'll be the next one because I just finished Awaken Online Ember. I'll probably go back and listen to the Fleming books.
Okay.
For James Bond, and like really because they've been rehashing the same fucking stories.
Sure.
For fucking basically 40 fucking years now.
might be 50.
Yeah, probably longer than that. Like in movies. Like,
Yeah,
You know.
early 60s, right?
How many
Yeah.
James Bond books are there? Is there?
There's a handful because Ian Fleming passed, but then they continued to write afterwards. So
I'm watching the trailer right now. It's a scene where he takes Aston Martin and the machine guns come out the top.
Yep. See?
I will always love James Bond films.
Yeah, man, they're
Unless they
always
fuck him up, but they probably won't.
Yeah, and they have toned down, like, in previous Bonds, he was getting all kind of pussy.
He
like,
was.
Daniel Craig Bond doesn't get nearly the amount of tail that the older ones get, and I'm fine with
Well,
that.
he's getting quality pussy though.
He's getting quality.
I mean,
and they
but
usually
Sean Connery and some of them other boys, they were knocking him down. Like,
yeah, but
pussy
what,
after
was
pussy.
Who was it? Vesper?
oh yeah, there was
Something Green. What's her last name? She
that's
was in,
Ava Green. She's in Casino Royale.
Yeah, she was bad as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to be bad to be a Bond girl.
And
That's the
like
thing.
the other girl that's in this one, she's in fucking Death Stranding.
Yeah. Oh, that's the same woman.
same
Okay.
girl, yeah.
Oh, man.
Dutch actress?
Same woman, not
yeah.
girl, woman.
So and
They can pick them in
I
Bond.
think
Yeah.
in Spectre it set like some kind of record as Bond girls. It had like the most Bond girls ever. some shit. Because in the very beginning, you had Monica Bellucci, and then you had like there's like a couple more that pop up. I was like, holy shit. Because Monica Bellucci's still bad.
Oh, yeah.
She's like 55.
There you go.
Man, in the 60s, they released like a James Bond movie
Every
fucking year.
Yeah, I mean, he
Like
had an
two
outing
nights.
all the time, and then they would switch up Bonds like every, 10 years or something like that? Something like that. I mean, the shortest was George Lazenby. He did like 1, and then Timothy Dalton did 2.
Oh, that was only 2 for him.
Yeah, he did License to Kill, and then Living Daylights. And then Roger Moore did like 50-11.
Roger Moore was pretty good.
He was cool. He did one with fucking Grace Jones.
I forgot about
Grace
that.
Jones, Christopher Walken. They had Tanya Roberts in that shit.
Why don't they have Grace Jones in more shit? She was so fucking awesome in
Because she's
something.
old as fuck.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd still like to see her in some stuff.
I mean, she might be a little cray-cray, though.
Well, we all know she's crazy. That's part of the appeal. Like her and Conan, remember that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Oh, man.
That was
how about her in Boomerang? You remember her in Boomerang?
Oh, yeah.
God damn, she was funny.
So
It's in, like,
it's funny
60s or
because
70s.
if you go back and watch that now, where the scene in the restaurant where she's calling out dudes who are gay,
Yep.
like people were freaking out.
Yo,
like
it's
now
hilarious.
it's like funny, even probably more funny. But back then it was like shocking,
Yeah.
like to be outed by someone else. But it was
Man,
hella funny.
pussy.
If you watch that shit,
Grace
that
Jones
shit's
looking
hella
very,
funny.
very well.
Yeah, well, she's 71 years old.
Some slack, goddammit.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
I'd like to see her in some roles still.
She's still out there, though. She's still, like, does,
still
like,
doing
shows
stuff.
and shit.
Yeah, I want to see some weirdness from her.
grab him, take him.
Did anybody else see The Irishman, or was that only me?
I think that was only you. 'Cause that's a
Yeah.
long fucking
Still,
movie.
yeah.
Okay.
3.5 hours. I got
Actually, she
some
that's
time.
her at 70. I mean,
She could.
Hey,
I would still like to see her in some fun
Yeah,
stuff.
she still like looks like she has a model's body.
Give me just 1 minute on this one. For if you like mobster movies, Casino, Goodfellas, Godfather, those type of movies, even with Al Pacino, Scarface. Watch this fucking movie. It'll teach you about Jimmy Hoffa. It has some hilarious scenes with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. There was a fake ass controversy that fucking pissed me off, where people were upset that Suki from True Blood, one that played Rogue back in the day as on the X-Men movies.
Yes, Anna Paquin.
She didn't have very many lines, but these dumb exactly.
I don't understand why people are mad about not getting lines.
Here's the thing. It makes perfect sense because her character, and this is not really a spoiler, her character doesn't like her mobster-ass fucking dad because of something that happens early on in the movie when she was a little girl. So she doesn't talk to that motherfucker.
It doesn't matter. Look at who you're on set with.
You're not Robert De Niro. You're not Al Pacino.
So just shut
There's
the
Joe
fuck up and be
Pesci
happy
in
to
this.
be
There's
on
Ray
the fucking,
Romano.
Yeah, be
Hold
happy
on.
you're in the credits.
Hold on. So what major movie has Anna Paquin ever fucking starred in? What's she the main character? Please.
That's
name
a
a
great.
movie.
That's a great question.
Please
I don't
name
know
one.
of them.
And I like Anna Paquin.
She
seems pretty cool.
No, she was the main in True Blood. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but in
But
a movie,
not in a movie. Yeah,
Not a movie.
Not in a big
single
movie.
Fucking movie.
yeah. So, and again, it made perfect sense for her character. This was just a weird ass fake controversy. I think this one is going to win possibly some awards because of the clientele in it. It's worth watching, but it's long.
I gotta
just,
watch it.
Just to be clear, in case somebody heard that shit out of context, we just talked about fucking Black Widow, ScarJo. She fucking obviously she had some controversy in her past with like doing fucked up movies and shit like that, but she's starring in a role that I expect people to fucking go. I expect Black Widow movie to make at least $800 million, at least if not $1 billion, at least $800 million. That's what I fully expect. But she's a star. People are gonna go there to watch that because of, first of all, the MCU films in general, and then second of all for her. You know what I mean? Because she's a fucking star.
True Blood's
and
been
she's
off
a
the
lead.
air for a while.
Yes, it
been
does.
out
A
for a little bit.
long while. Is it 7 years, maybe 6, 7 years?
Yeah,
True Blood
she's
been on TV.
I'll say 5
She's
years.
doing TV shows. That's the thing.
Yeah, so you're on TV with these. It's not about you.
In a Scorsese movie, and it's not her complaining. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not her or any of the cast. It's woke ass people talking about, well, I need Anna Paquin to speak more in a role that was a minor role.
Listen,
So-
if Anna Paquin needs to speak more, she needs to get roles where she is the actual fucking star.
Bingo.
Where she's the lead and she's the star. And at that point, then more power to her.
Yeah.
Let her get those roles, but she needs to get those roles.
Yeah.
She's the one who decided that She read the script. She saw, oh, I have this many lines. Good to go. You gonna pay me? Good to go.
I want to be in a Scorsese movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fucking fake as hell.
Did she nail the role though? Like
she actually did
5
well.
lines?
She did well. She's not a bad actress. She's not a bad person.
Yeah.
She did well. It was just a minor part, and some people are losing their fucking minds because she had a minor part in a movie that wasn't about her.
Yeah,
it was fucking dumb as fuck.
Yeah, she's
Sit
in
down,
in a few series, like miniseries, TV series. I mean, she probably took time out to do this role that fit her schedule and be in a Scorsese film.
Her schedule is pretty light.
I mean,
she works.
Working.
She ain't on top of the world like Gal.
I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna work with Scorsese.
who's it in? Who's that? Who's
Gal-
this Gal person you're talking about?
You gonna know about it.
Anywho, can we talk about them
It
bots?
has been a while since we've seen Gal though.
Because she had a kid, which is more important than making movies.
She's got 2 kids, right?
And I think
Probably.
she's fine.
Whatever.
Fine.
Anyway.
She doing her thing.
Damn,
The
fine.
bots.
Anyway, let's talk about them bots.
Yeah.
Because god damn, they need to win some fucking awards for this goddamn
Yes, they
show.
do.
It
Yes, they
continues to
do.
this day. The hack is completed. People got fucked. This is like a high drama fucking episode because finally we get White Rose in the same room as what's the old boy's name? The old dude.
Angela's daddy.
Yeah, Angela's dad. I forget his fucking name now.
Richard or something? I don't know.
Boomer.
Something.
Okay,
And-
Boomer. What?
Yeah, like they've alluded to, which I've already said.
Alderson.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that's
That's
Miss or Elliot's last name.
yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Because every time I say, I'm like, it almost sounds like it say like Anderson or something.
I've
like
already
that.
said that there's a fourth person in his head.
Yep.
And they fucking
Confirmed it.
they didn't even they confirmed it because the table in his head has 4 fucking seats. Mm-hmm. And Elliot is
Mama.
not one of them.
The mama, Mr. Robot, the little Elliot, and
Somebody else.
Somebody else. And they
So-
they said that, or Mr. Robot comes in there and said that only Darlene's been able to wake up the fourth person that's in Elliot's head. And they talk about how like there's a scene where, or there's a moment that something happened and nobody knows what happened because it was that fourth person that took control.
It was Philip Price. That was
there you go.
Yeah.
He's bugging me.
But we got to give some shout outs. Shout out to fucking Darlene. None of these hacks are possible without her.
She's a fucking warrior.
Almost just as much as Elliot. She knows her fucking shit, and she's pretty fucking ruthless and badass.
You know, it's funny because when this episode has first started, I was like, yeah, I know that F Society broke up like a long time ago when fucking White Rose had all those motherfuckers killed and shit like that. But like for them to bring that back, the whole fucking Monopoly mask and shit like that, that's fucking dope. I say it's a Monopoly mask.
It's a V for Vendetta mask, but whatever.
No, the one in Mr. Robot?
No, it's slightly different because remember he's the Guy Fawkes guy with the black
It's
mustache.
pretty much a Guy Fawkes mask, isn't it?
No, it's like Mr. Monopoly, except without the.
I think it
Mr.
looks
Monopoly does
similar
not
to
have, like-
both, but I think the Guy Fawkes one has a different mustache.
Well, let's see.
All right, we're pulling this up. We decide on right here on the air. Google's gonna.
But
be
yeah,
up front.
Darlene's fucking using resources and shit to get shit done. Like she somehow like
Oh shit, you're right.
hacked the fucking the
Let me see the
security
guy-
guards
let me
like
see the
lift
guy
gates
from-
and shit.
Yeah,
She's
she's
pulling
doing.
up the mask right now.
Yeah, the whole stuff with the lift gates.
Chopping the fucking limo drivers and shit, and the
chopping
fucking
them in.
garage and shit.
F Society. I mean, she saw like all the guards there with the gangster stuff. She's
Like-
doing stuff on her phone.
Like
I can't
homegirl-
even get a text back. She's doing shit on her phone.
Damn.
Yeah, like homegirl tried to go outside for a cigarette break, and I was like, "Oh shit, Darlene's gonna fucking mop her up real quick and take her out uniform." But the security's like, hey, "Get your ass back in here! There's no fucking smoke breaks out here."
Yep.
I was like, "Fuck, Darlene's not." Darlene's not gonna be able to get up in there.
Yeah, they locked it down pretty tight.
You're right. I mean, Mr. Monopoly, for a reason, I didn't click 2 together until just now.
Well, it's all good.
Because it's Monopoly. I'm retarded. It's all good.
But I just love every scene with BD Wong. Like he's losing his shit.
She lost and shit.
Yeah. His best employee is like, look, you lost the battle, not the war. We'll regroup.
His employee was like, I'm just gonna be up out of here. Fucking bounce.
Damn. She bounced, and homeboy, what's his name again?
She ain't
Price.
getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's for goddamn show.
That's it. She lives.
She'll be lucky to make it to that car.
Yeah.
Nah, she was smart. She
Yeah,
was
she-
like,
she's brilliant.
this is the last train to get out this fucking before this goes
Time
off
to-
the rails.
It's time to go.
I told you. I was surprised how she just was just freely talking to him like that. That was like
She's updating LinkedIn on the way out. She's like, I'm not working for this motherfucker no more.
I like how they were talking in Chinese, and all of a sudden, when it came to like shit getting real, they like broke down to English and like that.
Because some shit you gotta say in English to let motherfuckers know exactly how you feel about
Like,
it.
you're already fucking lost, goddammit.
We're
said it was time to go.
so jumbled with like what we're talking about, but it's fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
But it was a great episode, though. I mean,
Well, it was interesting too because because Elliot's fucking all fucked up in the head right now. So Mr. Robot pretty much handled the first half of like the episode until fucking BD Wong got fucking Elliot out talking about Angela's dead ass. Wait, it's Angela, right?
yeah.
Talking about, oh no, she's not dead. Like
That was
she's locked up
fucked
in
up.
Can I tell
Puffy
you a
basement.
theory?
Go ahead.
He's trying to build a machine, and I'm really certain it's a fucking time machine.
Oh,
I've heard people. I've seen like,
Whoa!
that pop up on like
Yeah.
some
It's a fucking
YouTube conspiracy
yeah.
stuff.
Whoa!
I'm
It's a
like,
fucking time machine.
damn.
It's, you know what? The reason why I think about it the most, one reason is to bring back the guy when he was young,
His lover, yeah.
to get back with him, and when he said that Angela's still alive, because he can go back in time and bring her back.
Wow. Now that would be
That
some
that's
shit.
solidified it for me. I was like, because he can go
good
back
theory.
and like fix all that shit.
I like that.
I don't know if I would like that.
So that could explain what Tyrell found in the suitcase. So that shit was glowing purple and shit.
That was
Could
some
be.
Pulp Fiction shit.
Yeah, that was.
I thought
It
it was
could
Mr.
be-
Manhattan's dick.
Oh,
God damn.
damn.
Yeah. And then the hack is completed.
Yes.
Like they do the fucking hack thing.
They fucking
that hack
succeeded.
scene was great because basically they had to. Let me explain the hack. So basically, they had to get everybody from the Deus group.
Yep.
They'd get all their cell phone numbers, right? Because for pretty much anybody that has any kind of fucking brain, when you do like money transfers of like a significant value, you need to have like a two-step authentication.
Yep.
And so for them to like steal all their money, they had to like basically transfer the money, and then two-step authentication would text the person to authorize it. So basically, they had to get everybody in the same room. So when they got the same text, they would just reply back with the number that they needed, two-step authentication to like basically authorize the transfer.
Prove the money.
Yeah. So they had 99 of the people in one room, and then White Rose in another room.
Damn.
So
What's so fucking great about it too? It's like I literally had to pause the screen to see like what it said on the cell phone. They didn't just take all the money; they overdraft their fucking accounts. Like
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
this shit was overdraft. Like it had like little red letters that said overdraft. Like damn, they took all their money and they left them in fucking debt. That's some fucked up shit right there.
it's not fucked up. Fuck
I mean,
'em.
that's
I mean, with what they were doing, fuck them.
Yeah, man.
I don't feel bad. Like when we talk about, I think me and Kim were talking about like billionaires, how they got a bad rap, and I was just like, well, there's billionaires doing shit like that. Fuck them.
yeah.
Who would ever be defending Jeffrey Epstein? You know what I mean? Like,
No.
you know, if you're doing foul shit, fuck you. So,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
yeah.
pedophiles would.
Yeah, I
Well, there you go.
R. Kelly's like, I'm with that dude.
That's my boy.
I think it set the stage when Homeboy walked in and said, "Oh yeah, my wife is upset, but my girlfriend,
Yeah,
she
I'm
only
like,
returned
damn.
my." I'm like, dude, you can openly talk about this. I'm all fucking rich people.
No, he's not rich. He's wealthy. It's a huge difference. I didn't understand the difference until I got rich. Like, listen, when you're rich, that shit can get taken away. When you're wealthy, there's nothing you can do about it.
It's generational.
Yeah,
Like what was it? Chris Rock that was the one who said it the best. That like was it God, what's the basketball player? Shaquille O'Neal is rich, but the guy in science, his paychecks is wealthy.
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
We have 2 more episodes, right?
it looks like it.
Same with Watchmen too. There's only 2 episodes left.
Yeah, Watchmen's only got 2.
Must watch TV every goddamn week.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what's going on. Go ahead.
Did
And
you?
Rick and Morty.
I haven't watched this week.
Shit,
There
yeah,
was
I
no.
missed
There
this
was.
week.
There was no.
Okay,
this week.
that's what I thought.
Okay.
That's what I
So
thought.
you're fine.
I missed the second episode. So
Did The Expanse drop on Amazon?
No, but I think it's on the 13th. But I have the. I can watch it.
Okay.
I haven't watched it yet though.
Can you say that you can watch it, or
Yeah, I can say that. I just can't talk about it.
okay?
I just haven't watched it yet because I've had a lot of shit going on. I'll probably watch the first episode on Sunday.
Good shit. Don't
Whether
don't
it's
tweet
out or
don't tweet out about it though.
Well, no, I know how to. I know about NDAs.
There you go.
I'm pretty good with that shit. I mean, the boys. I didn't talk about.
yeah,
There you go.
Did you watch the Harley Quinn series?
No, I didn't know it
Anybody else?
dropped yet.
Oh, okay. So
Where
I'm
is
on it.
where is this?
It's on like DC
DC Universe.
whatever
it's
their
on their app.
It's exclusively on there.
yeah, unless you
work.
go like 3 pages into Google.
Yeah, pretty much. You scroll. I mean, if you're watching on your phone, just scroll down like 3-4 pages. You'll see it.
Yeah, this show's R-rated, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of
R-rated
cursing,
cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even in fucking trailers for it, like they had cursing and all the different kind of shows. Like, oh shit, I might watch this.
Yeah,
So titties?
I don't know about that.
Not in the first episode. They start. Yeah, I mean, you see her and Joker are like slobbing each other, tonguing each other, like just like tongues are going like.
Oh, okay. Slobbing means something different in my world.
Oh,
the
damn.
hentai kiss.
I guess right. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, not in that level of anime that you be watching. But
No tentacles.
it was pretty good. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays out. There's a lot of characters like Harley was in it, Ivy was in it, Riddler was in it, Joker was in it, Batman's in it. Commissioner Gordon's hilarious. So it was pleasantly surprising. So I'll watch a couple more episodes.
Well, it's got pretty good reviews. Like Rotten Tomato gave it a 94%.
There we go.
The only thing I didn't like about it is like, I think they get a little bit too curse happy with like just dropping the F-bomb over and over again. Like it's like the first time you're like, oh shit, okay, there's cursing, but it's like it kind of gets a little old just when you're just saying fuck this just to say fuck.
Yeah,
or
just
whatever.
for shock value.
Yeah.
Is the animation up to normal DC animated quality? And you like it, or
Yeah.
It looks like it's the same as like DC superhero girls from the trailer that I saw.
People like
Never seen
she's
that one.
like the later seasons of that? Because the
Yeah.
animation got better on that.
Yeah,
one.
the later
Okay.
season. Yeah,
like she's hitting people with the mallet and like kneecaps, and you see like the bone just like pop through the skin
God
and stuff.
damn.
So it's pretty funny to watch some of that stuff and blood go flying, and so it was really interesting.
homegirl from
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory
Yeah.
does the voice of Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's the blonde, right?
Yeah.
Kelly.
Kaylee.
Kelly Cuoco.
Yeah.
Kitty Kukua.
Yeah.
Cool.
Poison Ivy I thought was really interesting. I thought she was pretty hysterical or whatever, trying to get Harley's brain back in order from dealing with Joker's bullshit.
But this is going to be a weekly release every.
I guess so. I just randomly saw on Twitter like, oh, it dropped, and so I just was like, oh, let me see where I can find it. So I was able to watch it. It was like a 30-minute episode, no commercials or whatever, but it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Good shit.
How to do from fuck, I can't think of where he's from, but shit, the guy who does the voice of Joker, he's from Firefly. Shit, well, he's from Firefly and Serenity.
Okay.
You have to see a picture. It's Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. the one dude. Yeah.
Tudyk.
Oh, that dude's awesome.
Yeah, he's the voice of the Joker. Kind of fucking dope.
He's been a great nerd for a long time.
Yeah.
The other one that hasn't dropped yet, but man, I'm hearing already some good fucking buzz about this Witcher, man. There's like, I guess, a screening and some people, not just industry people, because sometimes that can be misleading, but
yeah.
like
Fuck them.
people who were normal folks saw it at some screenings, and the reviews from them on Twitter and whatnot, because I guess they didn't sign NDAs, seem to be very positive.
When's
I mean, you can sign an NDA and do whatever the fuck you want with consequences. We got a fucking show, so I ain't saying shit.
When's it supposed to drop?
December 20th.
Something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
like in 2 more weeks at the
Yeah.
most.
Okay.
So-
I've been hearing good things. One of the things that really caught my attention was said like the fight scenes in it make like Game of Thrones look like
Like amateur hour.
yeah, exactly.
It's
I was like-
interesting.
I was like, I need to see
it was
that.
interesting. I saw that, but at the same time, like Game of Thrones, is not like The Witcher as far as I'm concerned. I mean,
Well, there,
it seemed more like medievalish with like a certain level of like there wasn't too many like one-on-one fights in The Witcher. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't like one dude wrecking shop with everybody in Game of Thrones.
no, I mean there are definite differences. I think
Yeah.
Netflix is being very obvious, so they're
Nobody's doing magic and shit in Game of Thrones.
Well, no, there's some magic.
Yeah,
the Red
Witch.
Witch, but
Not like that.
but
Fight.
it's not all not all magic.
Yeah, not in battles.
But but we do know that Netflix is going for a their own Game of Thrones type fantasy epic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but to me they're different sort of shows.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see. Geralt at his core is like a monster hunter. So I get that that's way different.
Fuck Monster Hunter. I'm just saying.
Oh, God
damn.
dang.
And look, you say goddamn. You don't even fucking like the goddamn game.
I didn't. I was just gonna say that I didn't like it initially. I'm gonna dip my toe back in. I didn't play it very much, and it was super weird and difficult to get the handle
I don't even know why. This motherfucker bought Iceborne.
I did.
Yeah, he did.
I don't even know why the fuck you bought it.
I'm gonna try to
do
get
the thing.
good on it.
It's like, it's like if you fuck a hooker with AIDS. Like, I got AIDS. I'm not gonna fuck hookers with AIDS no more. Like,
Just
you know
strap
what?
up, you know?
But this new hooker with AIDS.
Yeah, you just put the condom on.
She's really hot.
2 condoms on.
I'm gonna fuck her. I'm gonna fuck this new hooker with AIDS.
I didn't enjoy my initial. What was it? 2018, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sometime in 2018 it dropped. Yeah, but I'm gonna give it a shot again. We'll see. We'll see if it.
I mean, there's a
Have fun with AIDS.
Damn.
There's been what was crazy to me is that the whole year that it was first out, they dropped a lot of content all fucking free. This is the first paid content for the game.
When's the last time you played the game on Ninja?
About 3 weeks ago, because I went back in to check up. I wanted to prep for Iceborne, so when I went in, I realized that I had capped a lot of armor and weapons, and I realized like, oh shit, I already like up these, but now they're gonna have more weapons that have more like what they call higher sharpness and shit.
Can I still get like Geralt and what's her name from Horizon?
Yes, and getting Geralt is tough, so you need to be up there because battling what's that the thing with the antlers, the Dreschen or
Bro, you should know. Nobody else plays that game.
From Witcher. Yeah, you fight
one of those monsters. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's like a big monster that has to fight in Witcher.
Okay.
Rudolph the rainbow.
It has like it's like a body of a man, but it has a head like.
Yeah, I know what he looks like.
Yeah, that thing's fucking hard to kill because it keeps fucking moving and fucking shit. That shit's fucking hard. But
We'll get on there. We'll see what's what. You know.
Yeah,
I forgot Witcher was a game.
What?
I forgot Witcher was also a game.
yeah.
That's all. 99% of the people, except if you're Polish. If you're Polish, it's different. 99% of the people learned about it through the games.
Yeah, from what I saw back at San Diego Comic-Con, like it looked really like they're going for something really huge with the show. What I saw, I really liked. I saw a scene with Yennefer and like a dead baby.
Shit.
So it was pretty dank and pretty crazy. The writer / producer was on there as long as the stars. It was a good panel. And from what I saw, because I never played the game, didn't read the books. From what I saw at San Diego Comic-Con, had me interested to see more. Had me interested to see what this is about. Because like you said, there's monsters that they showed very quickly. There's a huge like fight in like a dining hall and whatnot where he's there. It looked fucking great. So I'm like, dude, I'm totally sold on this. I want to see this. I want to see what it's all about. From what I saw, I was already sold. So.
All
All right. Strange segue, but Stitch, you watch Daybreak?
Oh shit.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I
Did I watch any episodes?
I tried watching it
Is this the TV show?
Did you watch it?
on Netflix. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how many episodes I watched. Yeah, I did watch it.
With an S? Jesus Christ, are you fucking serious?
I did do something while the turkey was cooking.
Should have been watching Irishman.
Well, what did you think?
I'm trying to remember because I
You know what you thought.
it got annoying how you kept talking to the camera. So that part was
Yeah,
annoying.
I tried watching the first episode. I couldn't handle it with Homeboy talking to the camera. I was like, I can't. I'm out.
Is this a comedy? What is this?
It's
It's
like
fucking
a
terrible.
Netflix show or whatever. I mean, the trailer looked like it's
The
something
trailer's
I could-
bomb.
The trailer looked interesting.
Yeah. I was like, that's something I could check out or whatever. They got all these like factions of like high school that have taken over during the apocalypse or whatever, like the jocks and the STEM kids and all kinds of stuff like that, which I thought was kind of funny.
Let me tell you where I tapped out. Where they were holding like the little kid in like was it a church or some shit?
Oh, the girl? Yeah.
Yeah.
The golf club was holding her?
And
yeah.
they kept having these really cheesy ass fucking lines that nobody would ever say in real life whatsoever. I was just like, bro, I can't. It was like maybe 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
And I could not keep watching it because like the writing was so fucking bad.
I lost it because I don't know what it is with me. I just am not in the mood to see these fucking love stories or whatever.
Oh, it's a love story? Oh, Jesus
Because
Christ.
he's just trying to find this bitch Sam, who's not even that cute. She's just like this like skinny
Damn.
fucking beanpole chick that he's fucking
No thickums.
chasing around the fucking zombie apocalypse because they got
Yeah.
separated during the thing. I'm like, this is why I stopped watching Money Heist, because people doing dumb shit in the sake of love or whatever. So,
Ain't even no good zombie killing?
well, the one funny thing though is that he gets bit on his.
I didn't even get there.
He gets bit on his hand, I think. It's either his hand or his finger, and he chops it off or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay. he like the end of like episode 2 or something like that. He gets bit and he's like fuck or whatever, and he's like freaking out. So he starts chopping away or whatever. It was pretty funny because they don't cut away from the camera. You just see him like chop and it fucking falls off or whatever. And then the girl that he pulls out of the thing, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, "I got bit." He's like, "I've been." She's like, "I've been bit." It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So he fucking chopped off his own hand I forget if his hand, finger, or whatever for no fucking reason because I guess the virus doesn't spread like that or some dumb shit.
Because apparently, I guess like a bomb went off in Los Angeles. I think it's in Los Angeles, and it turned all people over 18 into zombies.
Yeah,
That's
got
weird as
some
shit.
dumb name for it. I forget what it's called, but yeah. What's going on? Why am I seeing all these memes of Yoda in like Yankee hat and Tim's?
Oh shit!
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. The Mandalorian.
Baby Yoda's black as
Am
fuck.
I need
New York.
to just watch some cutscenes because this Yoda character
somebody-
looks interesting.
Somebody
to me.
made a bunch of cutscenes of just Baby Yoda.
Good.
You go on YouTube.
I
and say,
might watch that.
Yoda's
I might break
yeah.
my boycott to watch
Well,
Baby
you
Yoda.
also got to watch Gina Carano's.
Oh yeah.
Man, she's
Dude,
fun. And
so
now she's
thick.
thickums too. Now she used to be an MMA fighter, and this is like so for me. Like I watched her fight like a long time ago. She was to me she's the first like female fighter from MMA that like made MMA big. It wasn't Ronda Rousey, even though I was a Ronda Rousey fan.
It was definitely her.
But it was definitely her. She was the first. And to see her like now, I watched other movies of her too, but like to see her now like acting again and stuff like that is just like, and she's thicker now.
And she,
Man, she's fucking hot, and she's
Don't-
badass in the shit.
never forget, she was thick and awesome in Deadpool.
Yeah,
Awesome in. So go ahead.
What's going on in Baby Yoda's world?
I'm not current, but you guys go.
You ain't current?
No, go.
He was in a ship and playing with the radio. Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah, those are the memes. I mean, he's up there pressing buttons, and then like Yin Yang Twins comes on. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Does it really?
No.
See, I don't even know what the real like thing is. 'Cause people are just playing music over it or whatever.
So I'll break down like what. So basically, the Mandalorian he got a contract to basically kill or capture and bring back a certain person. It ended up being Baby Yoda,
Right.
Even though it's not Yoda, we say Baby Yoda, but it's not actually Yoda because this is after Yoda died. So it's a person of Yoda's race,
sir.
but the Yoda's race doesn't have a name.
Yep.
So they just call it the Yoda people.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah. Even though there's two
Call
people.
it, so what's it called in the show?
Nothing. They
Nothing.
don't have a name.
Nothing.
There's no name.
The thing doesn't have a name. It's just
Nope.
Not yet.
he doesn't call it anything.
Nope.
No. And he's 50.
He calls him kid.
Yeah.
He calls him kid.
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
I got
And
questions.
he has magic. He also has the magic powers
he,
too.
he has the Force.
So he does shit.
So
Just
Yeah.
once.
So he saves the kid instead of killing the kid because like basically he was in like everybody got like this tag to like get this thing. They didn't know it was a kid.
Basically a bounty.
And like yeah, it's bounty. And so
Okay.
like one of the bounty hunters was like this fucking robot IG something, and he was a badass. Basically, the motherfucker was John Wick. Like,
What a robot.
Yeah, this robot fucking John Wick was just like wrecking shop. And so robot John Wick and the Mandalorian decided to work together to get to the what they didn't know was Baby Yoda.
Okay.
And so once this thing opened, they saw that it was a baby. The robot was just like, well, fuck this dude. And so Mandalorian was like, fuck you too. Shot him in his head and killed him.
Okay.
And so now he's protecting Baby Yoda.
And then they go back to the what is it called, the Continental, and Mandalorian fucks shit up and
Basically,
Yeah.
basement
Carl
Incognito,
Weathers.
whatever. Incognito was it? What was it called when John Wick got banned from the Continental?
Oh.
Excommunicado.
Yeah. So he's that now. So everybody's out there to get him to get the Baby Yoda back.
So is this show going to revolve around Baby Yoda? Because I might watch that.
Now it is.
I mean, for now it is.
Baby
yeah.
Yoda's still in the show.
You should watch it. It's not like the traditional. It's more like the old school Star Wars.
But I don't
It's like a
know any-
Western.
Just a little Western, yeah.
I'm gonna be. I don't know shit from.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I don't
fine.
either.
need to.
You don't need
Yeah,
to.
I don't know
You
either.
don't need to. You can, if anybody listen to this, if you don't like Star Wars, you can definitely watch this and be like, okay.
Yeah.
There's way more Easter eggs and lore that like Star Wars fans will recognize. But you're right, you can watch it
Yeah,
without it.
it's like it's basically a Western with Star Wars.
Does
Yeah,
it? Does
pretty
it
much.
talk?
Not yet.
No, it coos.
Even though it's 50 fucking years old.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I like the meme of
So 50? And
Yeah,
50, 50.
Because they
like 50 Cent.
They age real slow.
they
With the
age
temps.
really slow. Because like when Yoda died, he was over 900 years old. So
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, there's the meme with Baby Yoda eating the frog, and he's eating Kermit the Frog.
Oh,
and he
yeah,
turns
yeah,
around,
yeah.
drinking a tea.
yeah, I've seen that one.
Now I'm drinking a tea, Kermit.
Yeah, those are great. There's memes now with Gina Carano's character out there now because her episode that just aired with Baby Yoda stuck in between. It's fucking good. It's so good.
So this episode was the one with where they went on the planet and they had okay. So recap of the actual episode. We're just kind of bullshitting. Basically, the Mandalorian is trying to flee all these bounty hunters that have his tag.
Kid's been escondido.
Yeah, so he's trying to find.
It's a city now.
He's hidden in the hills.
He went to San Diego.
That's what Escondido means. Anyway,
Is that the name of this episode now? Escondido.
Yeah, I used to live there. I had a pretty nice house there. Anyway, so he decides to flee with Baby Yoda to like a backwater planet. He goes like I forget the name of the planet, but it's a planet to where they were getting raided by these raiders. That's fucking lame to say, but anyway, they kept getting raided by these like bad guys, and so he lands there, and they ask him for help, and so he first says no, and then he says yes, and that's he meets Gina Carano's character, who's a former.
She's a
What do you call
stormtrooper?
it? No, she's not a stormtrooper. She works for the.
She was a rebel.
for the Alliance. Yeah,
Yeah, she's a former like spec ops or
she
something.
was a
strong
stormtrooper.
arms.
Jesus Christ! I'm trying to think of the name. It's what we used to call Marines in like World War II. Shock troop.
Badass.
There we go.
shock trooper.
She was a shock trooper for the Rebel Alliance, and she decided to stop working for the Rebel Alliance because they wanted her to do more political work. And she was like, "Nah, fuck that. I just want to drop bodies." So
Bodies hit the floor.
yeah, she ends up being on this planet too. And so they get into a cool fight scene between the Mandalorian and because they were like, "Hey, they could see each other. Like you're a badass, I'm a badass," and they thought they were like looking for each other. So they got in a cool fight scene, which is where part of this controversy comes from for this episode because people are like, "Oh, they have this chick. It's all woke culture because this chick is like fighting with the Mandalorian. Like she can do that." I'm like, okay,
She can do that.
pause. First of all, in real life, Gina Carano could.
Jesus.
What was that?
That was
I
someone's
don't
phone.
In real life, Gina Carano can whoop like any average guy's ass. All right, so like anybody on this podcast besides me, she would fuck you up. She would fuck me up too, but just take a little bit longer, maybe. So
Yeah, any average.
probably would
dude,
do it at a boner
'cause
and
she's,
smile.
She's relatively tall. She's like 6 something.
she's a big person.
yeah, she'd fuck your
And
ass
she
up.
looks the part. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
she's into acting. That she is a badass, and she looks like a fucking badass.
She should have been Wonder Woman.
They were
I'm just
pretending
saying.
like the Mandalorian in the show didn't get his ass whooped in previous episodes.
Oh
yeah.
no, he
And
definitely.
every
that happened in episode 1, 2,
and
and all of them.
every fucking episode he got his ass whooped. The motherfucker's not invincible. All right,
The Sand People whooped his fucking ass.
Yeah.
Jawas whooped his ass.
exactly.
They fucking shocked his ass, threw him off a sand
if a
crawler.
fucking midget, I'm sorry, a little person can whoop your ass, then a trained fighter can definitely whoop your ass. This shit's ridiculous to me. That's why I'm like, these people like the anti-woke movement, which don't get me wrong, I'm sort of part of that movement, but to a certain extent. Like, I don't like woke culture, but then again, I know who the fuck Gina Carano is.
Yeah.
And I know that she knows how to fight, so...
Well, who didn't see fucking Deadpool? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there was nobody. I don't remember any controversy, any complaints when she was going toe to toe with Colossus.
She's not that tall. She's only 5'8".
Oh,
That's tall for a woman.
And she looks the fucking part.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
5'8", like, look up the average height for a woman. I think
That's
it's
like
5'6".
5'4". Probably like 5'4", 5'5".
Yeah, it's way shorter than that. She's tall for a woman. But she's as tall as me. I'm 5'8", 5'9". So
Is she a Latina?
I don't know what she
I don't know.
Carano?
But I also know she's got big ass guns on her fucking
She's fucking fine as shit.
So this episode, this was the 5th?
fourth. This is
Fourth?
fourth
Okay.
episode.
All right.
Fifth is on Friday.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
I'll catch
anyway,
up.
they decide to help this town out. Like the Mandalorian and her, like they team up. They decide to help this town out to like get her to, because she's hiding from like everybody because she left the rebellion, and so they both decide together to like help this town out to like defend themselves against like these pretty much terrorists. Like not terrorists, they're just robbers.
Like
They kept robbing
bandits.
them. Bandits. Yeah, that's
There you
a
go.
good term. Yeah, bandits. Kept robbing them for like their shrimp and shit. But apparently they had an ATST, which was in episode 3, right? The Battle of Endor.
Okay, yeah.
Episode 6.
6? Sorry.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi.
I'm thinking of like when I saw it. It was 2.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm fucking old. Well, we all are. Sorry. But yeah, in ATSD, basically the walking fucking
Chicken
thing.
walker.
The ones the Ewoks destroy with the.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like
logs.
once Gina Carano and the Mandalorian see the fucking footmarks of the ATSD, they're like, "Oh, we can't fucking handle this thing."
Yeah.
And so they eventually, they're like, "Okay, we can train the people that are here how to like defend themselves, and then like we'll figure out how to deal with the ATSD." And basically, they dug a big ass hole underneath the water to like get this ATSD to like fall into, and then kill it.
They still haven't learned their lesson with those goddamn machines, right? Yeah.
Well, they kind of did.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
They're
they
not as
kinda
tall,
did.
long-legged, and awkward?
Well, no,
No, they are. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But if you're on a planet with somebody that has like sticks and fucking even laser beams, like even with lasers, like they're just bouncing off.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's just,
But these are like, I don't know. They didn't even explain like where the guys got it from. They just have one because these guys are like orcs or some shit. So like,
Well,
them having one would be
Well,
interesting
it's
because
not-
mainly Empire had it, right?
yeah, but the Empire at this point is done.
fallen.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so they can definitely get it from anywhere. That's why it was all painted up and shit.
Yeah. It was fucking scary though when it like pops up and shit. I was like, damn, that shit would scare somebody.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be scary if
Yeah.
like a giant mech
Shoot
marked
at
up on
you.
you.
I had like
Exactly
red
what it
eyes
is.
and shit. It
Yeah.
almost it made me think of that scene from Iron Giant when he's like walking through the woods and shit.
Yeah. So eventually they defeat this. They defeat all the fucking bandits and the ATSD, obviously, because it's plot armor. And the Mandalorian is thinking about like possibly staying because he wants to leave behind Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, I'm just gonna leave behind. He's thinking about staying, but he's like, I'm just leave behind Baby Yoda because
Yeah, like you get some pussy too.
he can't fucking live this life. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like getting pussy too, and it's like I can't take my shit off because one of the things they said in the show is like, listen, well, the lady asked him like, what happens if you take your helmet off, like with somebody else in the room? He's like, well, I can take it off at any time, but I can't put it back on if somebody sees me. So it's like a big deal for him, or any Mandalorian except for Jango Fett. Anyway, so he decides to like leave Baby Yoda behind because it's a better life, and then basically right after he said that, like somebody tries to assassinate Baby Yoda, and Gina Carano's character like kills the assassin, and they decide to leave because it's too dangerous, like him and Baby Yoda.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
They haven't explained how they're able to track Baby Yoda. Like, is it just they have like some device that can?
It's probably the midichlorian.
Oh, maybe yeah.
Yeah.
Good fucking shit. Staying with Star Wars. Fallen Order. Olden, you still playing through this one?
Yeah, I think I'm towards the end because the game is way longer than I
I
anticipated.
thought this was supposed to be a short game, like 10 to 12 hours.
I've seen people like platinum
no.
in it right off the bat.
Wait, what?
People are like platinum in it.
Yeah, I thought this was a short game. No? It's like a 20, 40-hour game?
Oh yeah, easy,
Okay.
easy.
Shit.
Because there's dungeon crawling and shit. This ain't no 10-hour game. Mm-mm.
You trying 100% everything.
No, I was actually trying to become more powerful, and if you want to do that, you need to explore. Because every time you gain your power, gain a new ability, it gives you access to other parts of the map. And some of the maps are really fucking huge.
Gotcha. But I'm sorry to cut you off, but this takes place after, like, which movie?
This
generally?
takes place after episode 3.
Okay.
So literally, you start off the game dismantling the Venator class, like the big Star Destroyers from episode 3. You're scrapping them to make new ships for the Empire.
Gotcha.
And so the Jedi are gone or dead. The game has like a pretty interesting story because there's a couple twists and turns because you get lied to, and then you also kind of hide a little bit of your truth. You have to discover what's going on with your character, discover what's going on with your crew. The game has like, I guess I never played Dark Souls, but it has the Dark Souls feel when you like fight someone.
They say that about so many games now.
So yeah, I don't know how Dark Souls operate, but if you get killed by an enemy, you get reset to your last save point. If
Yeah.
you didn't save, you can technically end up at the very beginning of the planet.
yeah.
Whoever killed you will hold on to half your force power,
That's Souls.
your skill points as well. So you could have a full-on skill point to actually upgrade
And you get it by revenge, right?
You have to get revenge. You don't have to kill them. You need to make contact, though. You need to at least hit them once to get it back. When you hit them, the game lets you know it goes into bullet time, and it fills up your force meter, gives you your skills back.
Wait, there's bullet time in a third-person kind of melee game?
Only when you hit them, but you can slow down enemies using the force. So nice. I guess it's kind of bullet time. So when you hit they call it's a meditation circle. It's basically a save point. You have 3 choices. You can leave to just mark your save point. You can use your skills if you or use your skill points if you have them, upgrade yourself, or you can rest. If you rest, it will reset the enemies on your current map as well, but it'll also refill your life and your life canisters. You have life canisters that will refill your life if you're like really, really hurt. Okay. So it can become increasingly dangerous. The only thing that it won't reset is like if you beat a major boss. If you beat a major boss, the major boss won't reset, but mini bosses will reset.
Gotcha.
So you need to plan how you're gonna do your shit, or just get better, I guess. And what's fucked up also is like there's a point in the game where you become wanted. So when you're wanted by bounty hunters, there are some that will randomly show up on your planet that will try to kill you to collect the bounty.
Okay.
So if there's others that are scripted, there are some that you have to get through in order to get to something, because they're usually protecting a pathway or protecting like treasure.
But if you're good enough, you can obviously fuck them up, right?
So
no,
kinda. So I mean, you can be good and powerful, but so I'll give you an example. So I went to an area in a crash ship. They had bounty hunters that were there, right? So there's a bounty hunter that I saw. I'm like, oh, I have my skills and shit. I can fuck this dude up like no problem. I take a step into the room, and then I can hear someone else to my right come in and try to make a move. I do my block just in case. Sure enough, there's another bounty hunter there helping the bigger bounty hunter that's there. So now I have to change the way I fight, because I'm taking on 2 people that will take on the advantage of your backside.
Still sounds like you could beat them if you're good enough.
If you know how to use your skills, yes. If you fuck up, literally in like 6 hits, you're dead. In some cases, if they do 2 unblockable moves, you're pretty much dead.
God damn.
So you have to pay attention to your surroundings, because you can use your environment to your advantage. You can literally
pulling the garbage.
Well, you can throw them off an edge. If they're close enough to an edge, you can just force push them, instantly dead, and you get the skills for that and whatnot. And then the other person, you can just battle them out. Like what I try to do is I'll block the bigger person, put them to an edge, and then push them off, and deal with the lighter person and just cut them up. I mean, it's not exactly like that easy, but you can maneuver your way depending on how you fight. Other times, like, other people will jump into the fight as well. So you have to be careful as well as that.
So it sounds like, is this one of the better... You like it more than Battlefront, don't you?
This is just different.
Okay.
I mean, this is definitely one of the best Star Wars games that's ever been made.
That's saying something. I like that.
It's from the jump, it's challenging. It's not like a slouching game. Respawn did their work. It's like basically what you wanted from The Force Unleashed, but more challenging.
Okay.
Like you can do the saber battles are much more like, I don't want to say Soul Calibur-ish, but they feel much more like intuitive.
Damn, wasn't the Force Unleashed 1 and 2? Those were PS3 games.
Yeah,
right?
PS3, Xbox 360. Yeah. So imagine playing that, but with like you have that many enemies, but they actually pose a real threat.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're battling a boss can fuck you up, like easily.
That's what should happen.
But there's other ones where you can like hide out from a boss and just follow their little attack patterns.
I don't fucking hide.
Yeah, but there's some bosses like as soon as you get their life to like maybe halfway, they change their fighting tactics. They'll do more unblockable stuff. They'll do more powers or whatnot.
Yeah.
So it becomes more fucked up. Sometimes like your environment will shift while you're fighting, so you have to be aware of that. Like. It's a fun game. The lore is there. They connect like prequel stuff with kind of maybe foreshadowing Rise of Skywalker. Maybe there's like rumors about what's going on because there's a lot of stuff. You run into fucking Forrest Whitaker in the game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's so much shit involved. I don't get why a lot of people rated this high, but they didn't put this on their game of the year, which is kind of weird. Maybe they missed the cutoff or something. But for me, this is definitely a must buy. If you're a Star Wars fan and if you like Dark Souls, this game you should have bought day one.
God damn, that's a good review. All right,
so
quality shit. Do we have one more thing?
Can I grab the reel just real quick?
All right.
Can we do Oathbreakers cold takes? Cold hot takes?
What you doing here?
We'll just try this out. We did this a couple weeks ago.
What is this?
We're just gonna put out a take. We either agree or disagree. If you want to discuss further,
Why would I disagree with my own cold take?
Some of these are not yours. Some of these are just things you probably would have said.
Oh, damn.
Probably would have said.
You're precog now. All right.
Old Ninja tells the future.
So if you want to discuss something further, it's called Point of Order, but you only get one per
Jesus
podcast.
Christ.
All right, let's keep it to like 3 or 4 rounds.
Sure. We'll go start light, and then we'll do like 3, right? I'll do a couple
3
lights.
is good. 3 is good.
All right, first one. Christmas lights going up after Halloween is perfectly acceptable. Agree or disagree? We'll start with Oathbreaker.
After Halloween, you said?
After Halloween.
Disagree.
Stitch.
Fuck. You said unacceptable?
Perfectly
Perfectly
acceptable.
Yeah, sure, acceptable.
You agree?
I don't
All
give a
right.
fuck.
I disagree. Blue.
You're fucking crazy if you pick Christmas lights up after Halloween.
So that's
Highly disagree.
all right.
All right.
Cronus.
Y'all motherfuckers are tripping. So I think what most people don't understand is that there's different cultures that live here in America. Diwali happens around the same time. I think that's what most stupid motherfuckers think that happens around the same time. They're like, oh, they're putting their Christmas lights. But listen, if you're the person that you're seeing are putting their Christmas lights,
Wait. You're going into stick with the rules, goddammit.
Yeah, agree.
Do you agree? And then do you want to?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so
But most people that think that it's Diwali lights because they look exactly the same as Christmas lights.
okay.
So that is a.
I don't know what this.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Okay, even if it are Christmas lights, I don't give a shit. It's your house.
Okay. All right.
I mean, unless you're doing some fucking Griswold shit where you're like blasting fucking lights through my window, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's where that pretty much I am.
Why would you
Okay.
guys care if
So
somebody's putting
agree.
Christmas lights early?
I don't care.
But do. All right.
I care. Fuck them.
Next take. The Flash, DC's The Flash,
Okay.
is a cosmic character. Agree or disagree?
Ooh. I agree with that. I think he is a cosmic character.
Stitch.
The fuck do you mean by cosmic? Like
I'll go with nah.
Like he comes from space? Or they can travel in space?
Like he's an elemental, I guess?
Tell the rules again, old
Yeah,
ninja.
agree or disagree. So I disagree. Blue.
I disagree.
Yeah, I disagree too. I don't know how he's cosmic because he doesn't go anywhere off this fucking planet unless somebody from the Justice League takes him there.
Yeah.
Well, are we doing a point of order?
Are
or-
you calling point of order?
I'll call a point of order.
Okay, there you go.
The Speed Force makes him cosmic because in the Speed Force, he has done a lot of, at least in the recent stuff, because I didn't start reading Flash until like New 52, a lot of cosmic travels and a lot of cosmic storylines. Some of them have involved Justice League. Some of them have involved the Flash on his solo stuff. Yes, time travel sometimes is involved, but to me, the Speed Force is what makes him more of a cosmic character.
His Speed Force shit, from what I remember, is almost always on Earth. He never leaves Earth.
I'll have to show you some comics then.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
with him.
unless somebody helps him, he doesn't leave Earth.
But has the Speed Force been on other planets? Like, have we seen
But
other beings
that's
with
not
that
the Flash,
power?
though. If the Speed Force existing everywhere that's fine, but saying the Flash specifically being cosmic, to me, I'm saying no.
We can't
Yeah.
run dimensions.
Yeah, I don't.
Even dimensions, it doesn't matter. You can run through fucking 5 million dimensions still on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say that because the Flash is known as the savior of Central City.
Yes.
So that's his cornerstone, his focal point. He's
It's
not
his Gotham.
He's not saving like Ra, like any of the Lord core planet. Like, he's not like a Green Lantern that are policing other planets. So I think he has the ability to tap into a cosmic force, but not a cosmic character.
They've answered this literally in some of the most recent Justice League with the Speed Force.
Which I have, but I have to read. I'm like way behind on DC Comics.
Yeah. Justice League has addressed it,
but I have them.
So we'll do one more.
But if you say the Justice League, then he probably went there with. I'll have to read though. But he probably went there with the Justice League, not by himself.
All right, so we'll do the last one. White privilege does not exist. Agree or disagree?
Not exist.
I disagree.
I
If I just have to give it one word,
Disagree.
unless you're going to do point of order.
I don't think we got enough time to go into a whole.
Yeah.
I'm going with disagree.
I will say disagree.
I'm going to say disagree as well.
You think it doesn't exist or does exist?
Does not exist.
Well, I guess when you say disagree, I just need to understand what. Do you think it doesn't exist or it does exist?
Am I confused?
Yeah,
You switch it around?
Well, that's what I'm trying to specify. Cause
Yeah,
It's like a double negative.
It around.
Yeah,
I
it's-
said
it
no. I
turns
said
into double negative.
does. I said white privilege does not exist. Agree or disagree?
Okay.
That's why it's still confusing.
Disagreeing means that it does exist.
Okay. So you think it does exist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Sort of. It depends on which white person.
Yeah.
Seriously, it does. Like if you're somebody that grew up poor,
Well, are you going to say point of order? Are you going to say point of order? God damn it! Say point of order. There you go. Okay,
there
go
you
ahead.
go.
order. All right,
go ahead.
listen. If you're poor as fuck and you're white in this country, white privilege does not exist. If you happen to grow up with an affluent family that happens to give them all the privilege, that happens to pass down their wealth to you, that happens to I'm not even their wealth. If they happen to put you ahead of other people by using their wealth to get you ahead of other people, then yes, obviously it does exist. But that can happen with any ethnicity. Listen, if I wouldn't do this, but I can totally understand how somebody had enough wealth and power to get the kids ahead of other kids that they would do that. Most parents would. But at the same time, it's like people say white privilege and they kind of forget about the fact that the vast majority, as far as the numbers go, all right, not the actual percentages, as far as the numbers go, there are way more poor Caucasians in America than there are of any other group.
That is true. I'll do a point of order and just say it's a very recent, not a recent book, a recently read book that I enjoyed, all about this, that kind of breaks it down and gives statistics and whatnot, called The New Jim Crow, that really breaks it down, by Michelle Alexander. In any event, the enforcement of some of the drug laws.
Oh, yeah.
It's completely one-sided. You literally have a nickname for cocaine being white girl. And not saying all white girls do cocaine, obviously, and all of that. But the enforcement of weed, marijuana, coke, any drug in traditionally black and brown communities is completely disproportionate because people in rural Mississippi, white folks, people in Appalachian Mountains and whatnot, people in the suburbs, and I went to private school, do plenty of drugs, and the enforcement of that is not the same at all. You could look at the sentencing, you could look at the rate of charges. The drug enforcement, just going with that specific issue, is not enforced exactly the same, depending on your neighborhood, depending on your class, and also depending on your ethnicity at the macro level. And I think that's what, for me, again, explained in a whole lot of detail in a great book, The New Jim Crow. I encourage everybody to read it. It explained to me in a lot of ways some of the aspects of why people believe in it being quote-unquote a privilege, and I think there's some merit into that when we're talking about drug enforcement.
Yeah, I'm actually glad you brought that up because, yeah, what you said is that's totally true. As far as the vast majority of non-violent drug crimes, a lot of minorities go to jail for especially much longer than any other ethnic group. But it's like at the same time, it's like we see like the opioid crisis, right? Mm-hmm. The vast majority of the opioid crisis is for Caucasians. Absolutely,
but the enforcement in terms of going to jail behind that.
I'm not even going to the jail
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to the jail part. what I'm saying is that we see that there's this huge problem. More people will die from opioids than it's actually eclipsed. I think it's car accidents at this point in time. Meanwhile, nobody's looking into nobody's trying to really stop it at this point, and I think that's pretty fucked up.
Oh, it is. It is fucked up. It's multi-layered because a lot of those are prescribed.
Yeah, these are fucked up problems.
Yeah, a lot of them over-prescribing. A lot of them, you have pharmaceutical companies literally dumping them into poor white communities in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Then you have the problems of like economic decline in the Rust Belt. I mean, we could go on and on about some serious issues that are causing some of that. I completely agree. It is totally fucked up, and I'm in healthcare. And it's something that I've gone to conferences and symposiums literally about some of those subjects. I love talking about it. And I will say that I believe in treatment. I also believe that you should be able to put whatever the fuck dumbass substance you want in your body. You know what I mean? Like,
I believe that too.
If you want to put, basically bleach or poison in your body,
antifreeze.
Go the fuck ahead. But there are consequences, and you are not a productive member of society, and all this other stuff.
Well,
but at the same time,
unless you film it,
there you go. But at the same time, too, we got to be honest that there have been plenty of elected officials and respected people who have smoked weed. You know what I mean?
Hold on, we need to fucking do a podcast together.
Yeah.
All right, because just on political shit. Because I am so fucking glad Kamala Harris dropped out of the fucking.
Oh yeah.
I think the world is.
I think a lot of people.
Not even the world, because most people don't understand who the fuck she was. Like when you grew up here in the Bay Area, you understood her stance on drugs. She wanted to throw fucking single mothers in jail if their kids were truant. She fucking She threw somebody in jail for 6 fucking. Her office threw somebody in jail for 6 fucking years. That was not fucking guilty. They fucking covered up all this fucking shit about him, and it cost the state of just fucking San Francisco $13 million goddamn dollars.
And that's wrong.
I'm like, dude, there's
That's
all
up.
this shit that happened, and when she first started. We need to talk about another fucking podcast.
we're going to have to call time on tonight.
Because that shit made me so fucking... When she first started running, I was so mad. I was so happy when Tulsi Gabbard fucking murdered her on fucking live TV.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
I was like, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the third one, though.
Yeah, that was...
I know
that's why I didn't pick any more.
Yeah, you put any more on there, we'll go all night.
Yeah.
Let's round this up, goddammit. Stitch, what you got populating this week?
I think I'm gonna try to watch the Irishman. I'm gonna try to set out some time to watch that.
Set out fucking 5 days to watch it.
3.5.
Yeah, I gotta figure out something.
Jesus Christ.
Ridiculous.
That's cinema now. It's cinema.
That's a long ass fucking thing. So I'm gonna try my best to put some time apart to watch that. I've been playing. Jump back on DayZ. They released a new map, Livonia, which is pretty fun. They got bears in the game.
Oh shit!
And they fuck you up.
The gorillas.
It's another fight. I'm gonna call point of order.
I love that one.
Somebody's got to do it. Listen. If anybody's become like a billionaire, whoever makes it is gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
I want to see it. I want to see the fight.
Anybody in this podcast,
We have to go to a different country.
No. Well, okay. Well, we're billionaires.
If you're Madame Vu or whatever, you can do what you want.
We're gonna fucking snatch up a goddamn bear. We're gonna snatch up a goddamn gorilla.
Silverback.
Jump 'em.
I know my
Dump
god.
'em.
I'm taking that
Dump 'em.
Oakland Bear Zoo that I saw. That thing is fucking a beast.
Right in there.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So I've been playing that game. It's a whole new map, which is really good. And then it normally comes with a companion app because all the signs in the game are Russian, so you don't really know where the fuck you're going and shit like that.
You know, because you're American. You fucking dumbass.
So I have to kind of be
Trump knows where he's going.
Damn.
That's a good joke. It's multi-layered.
So it's been really fun because everyone is just running around the map fucking aimlessly. So I found a nice little spot, and I've been just killing other players just nonstop. Just kind of camping on this water fountain well thing or whatever, because it's much more wildlife-ish and stuff. So I found a nice little water spot in a far part of the map where the more experienced players are. So I just wait and I just ambush people when they go and try to get fresh water, and I just live off their shit. So I've just been bandit life.
Old Ninja, what you got?
So I went out and bought a bunch of fucking shit for fucking Black Friday.
Yeah.
So I got to start Iceborne. I bought the DLC for Spider-Man because it was like $12.50 for all 3.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm gonna be doing that.
PlayStation Plus or
Yeah,
in-store?
Yeah, I was on the PlayStation Store, so I was like, it was a Black Friday deal. Like normally it's like $30 or some shit. Crisis starts. Crisis on Infinite Earth starts on Sunday. I
Oh,
believe.
I thought you were talking about Taskmaster.
No. Crisis on Infinite Earth starts on Sunday, so I'm gonna try to catch up on all the DC TV stuff so I can
Even Batwoman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batwoman's like the second episode, but yeah, I've been watching Batwoman, been hanging in there so far. But also, we didn't talk about this, but Modern Warfare updated with their first ever Battle Pass.
Dude, that game is 140 fucking gigabytes.
Yes, it is. It's
God
a
damn.
huge, there's a shit ton, and they changed their model to where now you can either buy a Battle Pass or work your way to
Even with
earn shit.
the actual physical game.
Yes.
That's basically digital.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's fucking huge.
Yeah, it's a huge update.
Did y'all get it for Black Friday? It was only like 30.
It's 40 something.
No,
I saw it for like 38.
It's
It might have
probably,
been
it's
30.
probably still on sale. But
Yeah.
people, they bullshit you about Black Friday and fucking Cyber Monday. This shit basically lasts till goddamn Christmas.
Pretty much.
Most of the fucking deals.
This
Yeah.
is true.
Or until they sell out, either one. But they're not selling out of Call of Duty. So, but yeah, I've been playing that recently. There's new Spec Ops.
I'm down for that.
I actually beat the first one. It's actually not as difficult as the other ones. It's still fun. Also, what was the other one? I think there's some other shit that I got. And then I need to finish. I'm very close to finishing Fallen Order. Because I open up, I think, the second to last play.
Switch some of that out. I want to watch.
Yeah, it should be still on their site unless they took it down. But yeah, been playing that.
Blue, what you got?
Yo Soy Blue won't be here next week.
Oh,
The
shit.
sweetness birthday is next week, so we are going to Mexico.
Oh, shit.
We're flying out to.
Going somewhere. I love it.
Yeah, there's people out there that go out way more than us. I'm fucking jealous of them. But yeah, so her and I were going to Mexico City for her birthday, and I think we fly out Sunday, but we come back on Thursday.
You ever been to Mexico City?
I've been to Mexico, but not to Mexico City.
Okay, it's high up there.
Yeah. Oh, hi.
It's got a lot of people. Like, it's a huge ass fucking city.
Yeah, it's a big
But it's
city.
also
It's also high up there in elevation.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
an
it's like-
elevation. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's higher than what is it?
Denver?
Colorado. Yeah,
so it's like mile high type deal.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
higher. It's higher than a mile.
God
Oh,
damn.
wow, I didn't know that.
it's- Yeah, look up the elevation. I'm pretty sure it's higher than what's the city in Denver?
Denver.
Mount-
Denver.
Denver,
is a city,
yeah. The city in Jesus
It's in
Christ.
Colorado.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's higher than Denver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's-
think they give you the oxygen mask out there because it's so high.
Yeah.
It's 7,382 feet.
Now look up Denver.
So bad.
I'm pretty sure
Denver's
it's higher
just
than
like
Denver.
5,000.
Don't leave outside the city. Don't get caught up in no cartels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's 2,000 feet higher.
Goddamn, dude. That's like fucking. That's like Tahoe. Like Tahoe is like
Yeah.
like at least 8,000 feet.
I mean, you're okay. You're not that. You're not fat. But listen, when I went to Colorado Springs when I was fat, holy shit, I was fucking walking like normally walking, and I ran out of breath.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
Dude, I got headaches the first time when I flew into Denver for the first like full day.
It's
That was
so
the thing
weird.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
Dude.
drinking water.
Lake Tahoe's only 6,000 feet.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
The Metro
Oh man, it's
City's
gonna be
way up
interesting.
there, man. Just
So wait, if I end up hooking up, will that mean I'll be in a Mile High Club then? Or is
Oh.
that only airplane base?
Yes, actually, you would. Yeah. Sure.
But yeah, so Sweetness and I are doing that. We got a few things we're gonna do. We're gonna check out like the Mayan temples,
Pyramids.
and stuff, and just sightsee. Try to be safe because fuck.
cartels, man.
Keep all your organs on the inside.
Yeah.
That's all-
Oh, yeah.
that's all I-
I'm not taking my camera with me. I'm not taking my laptop, this cell phone, and
Mental
Within my
pictures.
fucking-
That
Yeah.
gets stolen too, along with the organs.
yeah. So yeah, we try to be safe, play safe.
How long you there? 2 weeks or?
No, just for about 5 days,
Good
from
shit.
Sunday to Thursday. We
Have
come
fun,
back,
man. Be
yeah,
safe.
Be a lot of fun.
Kronos, what you got?
All right, so Borderlands 3, their Halloween event ends tomorrow.
Oh,
So
shit.
if it would behoove you to play it a few times before it ends, because there's at least 2 guns that are both shotguns, the Butcher and the Subsidized Terror some shit, that are both really good shotguns, and the Ghost Call, which is a grenade that's fucking excellent. So if you have a chance to play it before it ends, definitely fucking farm that shit before it ends, because those are 3 badass items to get
Dude,
in that game.
it's a lot of fun playing at that level too. Because
Oh,
like
yeah.
after you kill somebody, the fucking skull pops up, and then like you'll get like at least 5 guns from killing a skull.
Well, especially like the loot skull.
Yeah, loot
Yeah,
skull.
Right, 'cause they have 3 different skulls. They have the green one, which is like normal, that'll try and kill you. the badass one, which will try and kill you with like projectiles, and then the loot one, which tries to evade you. And the loot one can drop like 3 to fucking 5 goddamn legendaries.
Yep.
So they're like definitely worth getting. And
So
yeah,
go there with empty pockets.
yeah, for real. It's been a great, not even DLC. It was like a free.
Like a mode or
Yeah, I don't
It's
consider
not
it DLC
an event?
because it's not downloadable content because it was like
It just happened.
free.
Yeah, it's like an event.
Yeah, it's basically an event. Yeah. So I mean, if you play the game, check it out. Other than that, I want to do some more work on the shed, but probably not this weekend because it's raining and I have shit to do.
Yeah.
super wet.
But I think next week, well, it's inside, and the inside is dry, obviously. But I'll be able to work on it hopefully sometime next week, and that'll be. I just need to get like I'll at least do like the lower layer of the base to get the second layer done because I don't need 2 people to do that.
Yeah.
For the rest of it, I do. I need 2 people to do it because I have to hold it up. Yeah. And like for the ceiling, I need 3 people. So, other than that, yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Good shit. For me, I finally hit level 50 on my Moe's character.
Finally, now we can
I know. Got a few level 50 legendaries things, which was awesome, and I beat the Slaughter 3000 with
Yeah.
Mr. Torg. That shit was fun.
Penn and Teller.
Yeah, Penn and Teller was fucking good. So I am. Oh, and then we only have 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks till Raylo.
I think
Fucking happens.
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2.5.
20th, I
It's
think
on
it
the
drops.
20th.
God, yeah.
Oh, hey, so Christmas this year is on a Wednesday. So when do we want to do the? Probably not on a Wednesday, right?
Yeah, as a Wednesday, I think we need to be. I'm gonna hear too much shit.
I was the same way. Kamek asked me, and I was like, "Well, we can." Oh wait, you're looking at me really weird.
Yeah.
So we're the week of Christmas. We'll do a podcast,
Yeah, we can figure
but
something
it
out.
won't be on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Christmas Day is kind of
Yeah.
tough.
And then does that mean New Year's falls on Wednesday too?
Yes.
But
Usually.
I feel like New Year's Day, if we're not too hungover, isn't as bad.
Well, no, it's New Year's Eve.
Oh, on the 31st?
Is the
Okay,
30th, yeah.
then we'll be. Well, I mean,
Well, I
Wednesday?
probably won't be here.
that's
We're
right.
going.
Okay.
We're going to Tahoe.
We
Or
will figure
Vallejo.
these things out. It's early December. We got time. Take us out, old ninja.
And
got
Golden
to
Egg
get
Plan,
drink.
Golden Egg Plan Awards. We're gonna work on.
yes,
Yes.
that'll be maybe like the first or second week in January.
Actually, you know what we should do? We should record us going over it all
Yeah.
together.
Yeah,
And then release it after everything is done.
Sure.
I'm down with that.
Understand our thought process.
Yeah.
All right. So you just experienced Black and Black times Infinity.
Infinity.
Check us out on the internet with @BTHANBTI. It's BTHANBTI. Check us out on Reddit Republic, Spotify, Stitcher, Player FM, and then on YouTube we're Black and Black times Infinity, Facebook, Instagram, and then our official website binheadproductions.com/BTHANBTI. And I think that's on Twitch. We're on Twitch too. BTHANBTI.
Skate, skate.
There you go.
Titty meet future.
Rick, you son of a bitch. I'm in.
Escondido. That's all.
Escondido.